Kakira had bumped into Don's character, Acteza?
Correct.
Acteza. And after some weird talking, we ended up in like one of the main halls where we got our first quest that ended up leading us to like this field of boars or hogs or pigs or something.
It was a forest, gotcha.
And we dispatched a couple of those. My character wrote a couple of fucked up things in her book, um, and we met Dre's character Zinrot, and learned that Zinrot refers to Acteza as mom or mother or other like
Oh boy.
motherly names. Where they took us to their home inside of like this cave, and it, from my like remembrance, the way that I like looked upon, like it was a pretty like well built cave. Like they have like a pretty nice home in there. Zenrod's got like her own little nest where uh, Sakura Sakura had played a couple of games with Zenrot and talked to her. And all in all, that's really all I kind of remember.
All right.
That pretty much covered it. I think all you're missing. So yeah, you all met in the grand capital of Amon, outside the Adventurers Guild, where you were both Sakura and Kakira running away from your captors. You were both basically running away from your slave owners, and bumped into the rest of the party, falling into a guild hall. And basically, now you are all trying to get initiated into the Adventurers Guild, which is pretty much across the entire world, found in each capital. And this is your initial quest of hunting down boars to see if you're even skilled enough to join.
Cool. Hey, it's just
I
like
don't know if you mentioned Zinrot is also a baby dragon.
Yeah, I didn't mention that.
Yeah.
Just so you're aware, Colt, if you're surprised there's a baby dragon in the party.
No, Don and Dre have filled me in independently about.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I'm very much aware of their dynamic as characters.
Yeah. And I have an updated, not finished drawing of her. And so, not seen artsy lately.
All right. So, we will be picking up the session where we last left off, which, if I remember correctly, you had all taken a good long rest. Zinrot and Sakura slept next to each other and had been working on a poem, I think, of sorts. Or you were working on some kind of story about Zinrot's mother getting chased by something. Some horror graphic dream novel thing. It was at this moment when the party was reconvening to finish up their hunt. Or actually, y'all had already finished up your hunt. It's at this point when y'all were reconvening that you heard some shouting coming from outside of the cave entrance. And that's where we ended last session. So, when we come into the beginning, you all keep hearing these voices. Hey, get back here! Hey, don't go in there! Actually, and as... Oh, go ahead.
I'd say Zenot would definitely try to check it out from afar, from some bushes.
So you're actually inside your cave entrance, but you can go ahead and make like a perception. I'll give you advantage because you're smelling.
Sure. Why not?
Because you can't really see anything. The cave entrance is kind of dark, and then with the light coming in, it kind of, if you're looking at the sun, it's kind of hard to see something coming from the sun, I guess is how I'm trying to describe it.
I got you 19.
Okay. So with that 19, you definitely smell alcohol in the air. Like, it's a heavy-ass alcohol. As actually, from the darkness, you see this kind of stumbling knight, it looks like. And Colton, can you describe your character?
Yeah, can you do me a rundown of the environment again?
So actually, I'll give you your Colton. You would know you're actually running from some like hired thugs who are basically coming to collect your bar tabs that you haven't been paying.
Oh,
And you've been running your ass off trying to get away from them.
like I'm
until
trying to
you've been-
lose them.
Oh yeah. But you're also drunk, so it's not hard to kind of follow a drunk man. So they finally have gotten up to you as you've been running through this woods before you notice a cave entrance, and that's where you dashed in.
Do they see me going towards the cave?
Oh yeah, they're clearly
Okay.
shouting and telling
Okay.
you to stop
Yeah.
as you just
Okay.
basically start falling into the cave.
I try to do my like athletic best to sort of like like I just go on a full on sprint with as wide of a step as I can take, whilst also trying to veering off to the right, and I just say, move out of the way, and I just keep running into the cave.
So as you run into the cave, everybody, you see this knightly looking figure running towards you. And actually, as you're coming into the cave, Colton, you see just a baby dragon staring at you. Now, when I say baby dragon, you're thinking of like a little one, but this is a pretty large creature. I would say, I forget the dimensions, but I think 15 foot in length and like from the feet to the top of the wings was like 7 foot at least, something around those margins.
Yeah, that was accurate. It's 15 feet long, 7 feet wide on all four.
And she's sitting on a gold pile as you come running in, just ready to pounce. As you see other people in there.
We can all take turns describing ourselves if you'd like.
Sure, go ahead, everybody.
I'll go last.
Okay. So Zinrot, let me look at the picture real quick. Sorry. Camera, picture. Or did I post it in general? Oh, character art. Huh, it's in, or not. I'll go next. Someone else go.
Don, you should go.
All right. Acteza would be sitting on the porch of her log cabin that's inside the cave, sort of near the front. She's a half-elf with auburn, kind of dark red hair, and she's pale white, kind of because of how much time she spends studying. She's pretty slender. Once again, she primarily spends her time studying texts. Dressed in pretty standard garb, nothing too crazy. Her scythe would be leaned up against the side of the log cabin.
What is your race again?
Half elf.
Okay.
And in the middle of the cave is Zinrot on her little gold pile. It's a bit bigger than her. She is pure white underbelly with the top of her body being more of a darker purple. She has bright purple amethyst horns coming out of her head, kind of like a. If you go to the general chat and scroll up a little bit, you can see the picture I have. I'm trying to do the updated one, but my computer.
Well, the thing is, I just joined, so I won't be able to see it.
Oh, really? Okay. Anyway.
But also, dude, I have such a thing for amethyst. That's so cool.
Oh, thank you. And her, as you see, she actually has 4 eyes. She has growing amethyst spikes coming out of the top of her snout and the bottom of her snout. Even her teeth are amethyst.
Cool.
And she's just kind of staring at you before she kind of looks at her mom for approval.
How much does it look like you weigh?
Oh, fuck.
Couple 100 pounds?
Yeah.
Easily, like maybe half, like 500, around 500.
500 pounds? Damn.
Yeah, like a good size alligator.
So how much of your length is actually just like a big long tail?
At least 5. I'd say
8, 10 feet.
about
8, 10 feet.
7 to 8.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. What about you, Clarissa?
Okay, sorry.
Thank you.
Hang on one second. I'm gonna turn my camera on. Maybe it might not let me.
Possibly.
It's not gonna let me because I have the stream up and going. OBS already grabbed my camera, so now Discord's not gonna want to use it.
Okay.
It's a thing. I don't know how to stop it from doing that.
I wish Tucker was here. He would know.
Probably because it's like if I could get Streamlabs to let go of the camera, and then Discord would pick it up. But anyways, so I'm gonna dump a picture into the chat real fast. So you see this dark looking tiefling. She basically looks how she looks in the picture, like pale skin, dark complexion around her eyes with her makeup, dark hair, and she's, I wouldn't say like dressed as nicely as she is in the picture, but like she's gonna be wearing like some just like long black looking dress that may appear like a little worn, a little beat up. And her name is Sakura.
Okay. So like. Okay. Hold on.
And as you come in, she doesn't say anything to you. She sees you, and she just kind of looks at you from underneath her eyelashes, but
So-
she's not.
As you guys are doing your thing, whatever the fuck it is, you hear this mooing creature come barreling in. He's like 6 feet tall, roughly like, very heavy, not heavy set, but like he has some muscle, wearing some like, I don't know how familiar you guys are, but he seems to be a knight with the type of armor he is in, and he comes running in and kind of stumbling into like, I don't know, the wall, and be like, hey, there's some guys chasing me, and it'd be really cool of you if you just like tell them I went somewhere else. As you guys see, I have like I'm a minotaur. And I have these horns that kind of come out like your standard like Looney Tunes type of bull horns, I have a classic gold septum piercing that hangs down as a ring about a half an inch. I have mostly black fur or hair, I guess, whatever they have. And parts of my torso that you can see through my armor, I have like a sort of tannish underbelly. I seem to be under the influence. Just immediately by the way I'm like kind of holding on to the wall as I speak to y'all.
Yeah, it wouldn't even take a perception check. He looks drunk. Like, he looks pretty hammered.
You see,
I will.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah,
dude.
keep going.
I will say, given the background of the world I've built, races that belong to like the Horde and WoW, so like orcs, goblins, minotaurs, trolls, those kind of races, more like bestial kind of tribes, are definitely more of the evil aligned or enslaved by humans, dwarves, and elf, those kind. But it's not uncommon to see civilized. It's not out of the ordinary for an good lord, I can't speak.
So
Civilized one to be in amongst humans. Some have, through great deeds, have earned the trust of humans to be like knighted.
So you're saying that a minotaur becoming a knight is pretty rare?
It's rare, yeah. You would probably be hard to find, maybe a handful in each city of ones
Cool.
that actually own property and live among other people.
Gotcha.
Zinrot see the other people coming in behind it, or currently just sees a big moo coming into her cave?
Currently, you only see the moo, but you can definitely still hear some shouting of like, "He went into the cave! After him!"
Zinrot
Guys.
kind of. Okay.
I don't know. I was just gesturing. Sorry.
Zinrot just kind of pops her head up as her tail kind of starts to like wag slowly back and forth in the white sand as she looks to her mom, and only her mom can hear this, and Sakura. Mom, can I eat them? Can I eat them, please? Please let me eat the ones coming in. Please, 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 please. I'm
You see
hungry.
Sakura sit down on the ground cross-legged. She pulls out her notebook and starts frantically writing. And she goes, "Yes, this would make, like, perfect content for my novel. I like where this is going. I want to see. Can she eat them?"
Guys, the thing is, how much gold did he got? DM, how much is my bar tab?
Given just the background of how your problem, it easily could be around 100 gold.
Guys,
You've definitely spent many nights.
guys, can you all collectively give me 50 gold right now?
She goes, Sakura pipes up. She's like,
Please, please, please.
She goes, "Unfortunately for you, I don't have any gold on me, which is going to make better for my novel. I need to see this."
And she just goes, and Zinrot looks at you and goes, it just hisses, like that's like a dragon type like hiss, as she looks back to her mom for her response.
Acteza, rubbing her temple, slowly puts the bookmark in her book as she closes it, and then like looks over at you. What have you done?
25 gold! 25 gold!
Let me finish. What have you done that has them chasing after you?
They're just mad that I haven't paid for all the beers I've drank. That's all.
Here's what I'll do. Our group could use some muscle as we're trying to work on gaining entry into the guild. I will pay this tab if you serve as our bodyguard from henceforth.
Okay, I like that deal, but just to be transparent, it's a pretty hefty tab. Are you sure you want to pay all of it?
I think that's more on you. This would be a pact.
Hey, whatever gets me out of this town without handcuffs on these wrists.
Acteza would agree to pay the tab.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I just drop on the ground and sort of kind of like, do my little cow thing. Okay, they're going to be here any minute now. I'm going to kind of like freshen up. I just kind of like start proofing myself.
As you say this, you see, they're no longer running because the group feels like you're at a dead end. But you see 8 men coming in through the entrance.
Oh shit, 8?
Three of which look pretty burly. Like I'm talking pretty heavy set, not much shorter or less stout than the drunken man you see before you. And then behind them, you see the rest of them holding a combination of swords and crossbows. They come into the room and they all stop suddenly as they catch the eye with a dragon. Whether it being a full-grown dragon or a child, they do know it is a dragon standing before them, and they all stop in their spot.
She's gonna roar. Can she roar it for intimidation?
Sure, yeah, you're a dragon.
Yeah, she stands on her wings as she like puffs up her chest, and she just like shoots her head up and lets out just a loud amethyst roar. It almost sounds harmonized from the crystals inside of her mouth.
Cool. Like different frequencies?
Yes, different frequencies, and it's a nat 20. It's a
Oh
26.
fuck yeah!
What's a save on a intimidation?
I mean, the way that I would do it,
I
Evan,
guess
and this is up to
wisdom,
you.
maybe?
Hold on.
Okay.
What I would do is just have I would just have like an arbitrary DC set in your head. You know, like how hard do you think it would be to intimidate these guards, and then manifest that number in your mind, and if it's greater or lesser than whatever she just rolled, yada yada yada.
Okay. Yeah, they're intimidated for sure. They're not wetting their pants, but they are kind of taking some step backs, except for one. And actually, at this moment, Zinrot, you hear in your head, "Be careful. That one is not how he seems."
Her head kind of like, her head kind of tilts almost a full sideways degree as she just kind of like looks at the group and the one that's not moving, and then she kind of like snaps at the air and looks over to her mom.
As you're looking at it, one of its eyes look draconic.
That one, Mom, and she says this only to Acteza. That one, Mom. That one's strange. Something told me it's dangerous.
Acteza would have looked over at Gilus as soon as this horde of men had entered, going, "It appears you made the correct decision." She'll address I assume the captain of the group here.
Yes, one in the front is wearing like a bandana. It looks like kind of red with some like white diamond patterns.
She'll step forward to address him. Am I to understand this is all over some unpaid tabs?
Well, that man right there has been going around town and drinking up all kinds of liquor, swearing he would pay tomorrow. Well, tomorrow's here and there's no payment delivered. So we just been hired to come collect him.
Is it specifically collecting him or just the tab? Because I will pay his tab because Gillis and I have come to an understanding.
Roll a persuasion check.
There you go. There you go.
See how well of a mood they're in.
13.
Not bad.
He kind of looks you up and down, looks back at the dragon, wormling, and he says, "You know what? I'll cut you a deal. You pay for his tab, that's fine. I'm sure the barkeeps won't mind as long as the money's paid somehow."
That works perfect for us.
Yes, you won't regret this. Thank you. Sorry for all the trouble, guards. And he just kind of does like a drunken bow.
Is at this point, the one with the draconic looking eye kind of taps him on the shoulder before whispering something in his ear. And the captain's like, "Wait a second. That one there, the tiefling, that one's a runaway, isn't it?"
Uh-oh.
You see her close her notebook and stand up. She goes, "Oh boy. This is really how it has to go, isn't it?" As she claps her hands together and pulls them apart and brandishes her doom blade.
Oh shit! Oh what?
All
You
of
should
them
know that I'm not
simultaneously
going back.
just draw swords. "You know what? Change of plans. You can keep the fucking money. We'll just take it when you're dead. That tiefling's worth a high bounty." It's a royal-looking symbol on his chest.
What's that one-liner you just said, Clarissa?
Oh, she just said, "You should know that I'm not going back."
Oh fuck yeah! What's the Doom Blade look like? God damn it!
Yeah.
Yeah.
As like it close. Are any of you guys like Final Fantasy fans?
Yeah.
Fucking Buster Sword?
Yeah, that close to like Cloud Sword.
Oh, the Buster Sword, dude. That's what
Yeah.
you have, bro.
Which is funnier
Wow.
whenever like you put together her size and stature with this fucking size of the
Yeah,
blade
yeah.
she's wielding.
Yeah, the sword definitely is taller than you are.
Oh
But
yeah,
since it's
100%.
magical, since you produce it magically, it really doesn't weigh anything. So it's you can lift it. So it definitely looks kind of funny, but also menacing.
Yeah, I bet it's comical.
Like it definitely looks like an anime comicalness, but it's still badass because you're lifting a whole ass like ultra great sword.
Sure, that's fucking so cool.
So, as I said, all the men ready their crossbows and pull the swords. The Draconic one definitely steps to the back and kind of just mixes in. And as he mixes in, the eye disappears, and you can no longer tell which one it was, as most of them are kind of hooded. And I'll say they're pretty much kind of generically all the same looking. They have like a butch cut, like kind of guardsman look. So it's kind of hard to tell them all apart because they're meant to look uniform. As they all draw, they're like, well, that symbol on its neck right there looks like a royal crest, and I'm sure they'll pay a pretty penny for that one. Men, let's take them down. Roll initiative.
Here we go.
Hell yeah.
Do you want some combat music?
Okay.
I got a,
Yeah,
I got a nat 20.
combat.
That's a 22.
Oh, damn.
Damn, she's ready.
2 tonight already. Gillis is a little drunk.
Oh, actually,
Honestly, that makes sense.
yeah, I was just about to say, DM, I'm going to re-roll my initiative just to see if I get anything worse.
Sure.
Oh, I rolled a nat 20. Oh, no, nat 19. So, yeah, never mind. I'm good.
Okay, I like it. I love the thematics. I thought there was a way I could roll dice as a DM, but I don't see it anymore. Huh.
You can go to Google and use it as a dice roller if you want.
Yeah, that's what I'd probably do then. Okay, cool. They have it on here. Huh. Alright, roll them. Would somebody like to keep track of initiative for me?
Don, if you want to, that'd be great because I'm just eating tacos right now.
Same.
Hey, we can join a club.
I've got my homemade tacos with some avocado in there and some cheese and some taco sauce. So good.
Wow.
Alright, so 20 or higher.
That'd be a
Sakira's got
22
20.
for Kara.
22 and a 20, okay.
Oh, sorry. Sakira's 22, specifically nat 20.
Okay,
And then it's Acteza at 16,
okay.
Zinrot at 10,
hmm
and then Gillis bringing up the rear with a 2.
Yeah, I'm stumbling into initiative.
Okay. 3 of the bad guys will go. Let's see. I'm trying to look at who it was. 3 of them will go before Gillis, and then 2 are going before who is it? Zinrot, and then the rest are actually falling behind Zinrot.
Oh, thank the gods.
Or I
You
guess
said-
yeah.
You said 3 before Gillis, and then
Yeah, so I guess 2 are going before Zinrot, and the rest are going before Gillis.
Okay.
Is how it look now, actually.
Perfect. I think this actually works really thematically. Like the rolls worked out really well as Sakira drew her blade first and is going.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it felt very like thematic. I like it. All right, so Gillis, Sakira. I think you're up first.
Okay. Who is how close is the first one to me?
Let's see. They're probably about 30. The front 3, which kind of look like the frontline bruisers, are about 30 feet from you.
Didn't one of them walk up?
Yeah, the captain's a little bit ahead, but they're all about generally 30 feet.
Oh, okay.
So as a bonus action, you see Sakura pull out her grimoire and start fingering through pages really quickly. She raises a hand and casts Produce Flame around the closest one. I think I need to roll on a hit for that one. Yes. That would be a 25.
Wait, did you say Sacred Flame?
Produce Flame.
Oh, okay, never mind.
25, and this is against the captain?
Yes.
Okay, that hits.
They're going to take 7 hits of fire damage.
Nice.
And she is going to use her movement to come up on the captain, all 30 feet, and make an attack with her Doomblade.
Okay.
Ooh. Please be big. Oh, it does a 15 hit.
Meets it,
Hold
beats
on,
it.
Clarissa, real quick. Does Produce Flame use an action?
I used it as the bonus action. It's a cantrip.
But does the casting say it's a bonus action?
I guess you're right. It does take 1 action for casting time.
I'm sorry, don't mean to be a rules lawyer.
No, you're good. I do want to try and play it by the rules, so I appreciate any catches on that, because I am new to DMing, so I won't catch everything.
Let me see.
All right, so is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. So as you hit the captain, he just looks at you and is like, "You damn slave."
Fuck, dude. Wait, tieflings are enslaved in this world?
Yeah. So including the bestial tribes I said, of all those, tieflings are also pretty well enslaved. They're looked as like demonic creatures that are looked at as disdain, especially among religious churches.
Sure.
And so it's basically not been shunned upon to enslave them.
Gotcha, because of their, like, immoralness?
Yeah, is basically how it's played. But in my world, there are definitely a good handful of people that are trying to fight against that.
All right, I'm up with the 2 baddies on deck. How closely grouped is the back line of the enemies?
So the back line is pretty much in a line. I would say they're each about a person apart. So maybe like 3 feet up. Yeah, 5 feet apart. But they're in a line, kind of like revolutionary style shooting line.
Okay. I'm going to use my bonus action to pop Mixty Step to get in
Nice.
back
Oh, fuck yeah, right up in there. 30 feet,
Oh,
yo.
no. Opposite direction. I'm going to the back line of our group.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going to cast Flaming Spear in the center of their line on the center person. What that does, it's a concentration spell, so I will be concentrating on that for up to the next minute. Anybody that ends its turn within 5 feet of that Flaming Spear has to do a dex save or they're taking damage. So it's going to be centered on whoever's in the center of the line, and then whoever's within 5 feet of that. And then I can use bonus actions to move it around until I either stop concentrating or I get forced to stop concentrating. And that will be my turn.
And you're summoning what again? Sorry.
It's a Flaming Spear, so it's a 5-foot diameter, so it's taking up 1 square. I cast it on the center person in that line. Anything within 5 feet of that, so any adjacent square to where I drop it, if they end their turn within range of that sphere, they have to make a dex save or they're taking damage.
So at the end of his turn, he'll take damage.
Okay. Okay. So as you cast it, he definitely is like screaming in some pain, but yeah, he hasn't taken damage just yet. And that's your turn, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Who's next up on deck? I didn't
Your
really
two
write it
baddies.
down. Sorry.
2 baddies.
Okay. So one of the
Zinrot on deck.
frontline bruisers. Huh?
Zinrot on deck.
Okay. So one of the frontline bruisers, not the captain, after seeing the captain hit, he's gonna go into action, and he's actually gonna go right for Gilus, since I mean that was their main target to begin with, and he started this whole shit. So he runs up straight at you, Gilus, holding his scimitar in hand, or no, it's actually like a short sword. Because
Okay.
they're more guards, I would say, but they're not. They're more mercenaries, but they look like guards. So they come up. He comes up and he's gonna try to attack you.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, okay, that's how you clear dice. I was like, I was trying to get rid of these dice. Let's see. Does a 13 hit?
No.
Okay, so he comes in for a swing and you just narrowly dodge it.
Yeah, it scrapes against my chainmail.
Yeah. And then the next guy is going to take his turn. It's actually one of the archers in the back. He's actually going to take a pop shot at Acteza, seeing that he's kind of flanked on them and is starting to attack them.
BRB, trying to take a BR bathroom break.
Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
What type of range are we talking about?
Actually, how close did you get to them with Misty Step?
I Misty Step behind our group, so I should be the furthest person away from everybody now.
Oh, okay. I mistook that. Okay, how far is Misty Step? Did you go like the whole range?
Shoot fire. Up to 30 feet. So it should have been
About 60
however,
feet total.
however,
then?
yeah, it was however close we said I was to the captain when we had the conversation. I Misty Step 30 feet from there.
Okay, so you're probably about 70 feet from the archer line. That's still in range though. So 15 was the hit. Does that?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
said
that
that hit?
hits.
Okay, you take a total of 4 damage, and that will be their turn. They're gonna kind of stay where they're at.
How far? You said they were what? 30 feet in front of the rest of the group of their guys.
About.
Yeah. So where you all started, I'm assuming y'all were kind of in a grouped up for the conversation. They're about 30 feet from you.
Sorry, what I meant is their back line. Sorry.
Oh, their back line's about like 40 feet because they're just right behind the
Okay,
front,
so like 10
front of
feet
them.
between the two in the front and then the back line.
Yeah, pretty much. Little gapper there. They seem like a trained group is what I'm trying to convey.
Gotcha.
I think it's Zinrot's turn now.
So they're 30 feet away from me.
The ones in the front are 30 feet, except one is now over at Gilus, which I believe is probably near you.
Yeah,
And
like
then-
right up on us.
Yeah, and then the archer line is another 10 feet behind that, so they're 40.
I just saw my mom get hit, right?
Yes, one of the archers kind of arched his crossbow and lobbed a good shot at her.
Shit, that
Okay.
reminds me. I need to make a con save, right?
Can I
Yes.
can I ask you a question, Elder?
Sure.
For me being in my lair, could I have an ability where I could use both of my charge breaths as one for 3d10 damage in my lair?
For 3d10?
Yeah. Using both my charges, so I can't use it again for a long rest, and it's in my lair. Would that be my my only lair action at the time?
I'll allow you to. So I will say no to that, but I'll allow you to use your breath, and your DC save for it will be higher because you're in your home turf.
I'm cool with that. How much
Basically,
higher?
the environment is suited to, is basically your environment, so the environment helps your attack.
Okay, cool. So I know it's Dex 13. So how much higher would you increase it?
I'd say Dex 15 easily. Maybe I would say Dex 16. Why
Okay,
not?
cool. Could
All
I
these guys are decent at Dex.
could I use both my charges in one to do 2d10 since it's 1d10 per charge?
Sure, why not?
All right, cool. She's
That'll
gonna
use up all your charges.
yes, I'm totally fine with that. She's gonna run towards the group that shot her mother.
Okay.
And she's gonna go about 15 feet away from them.
Okay.
As she like slides in the gray sand that covers the whole inside of this cave, she kind of like gets on her 2 feet and spreads her wings and like roars as she telepathically communicates to all of them, as she just shouts out like a child, "Don't touch my mom!" As she opens her mouth and the singularity starts to form in front of her. Time and space starts to warp around her and around you guys as the crystals all over the layers they kind of glow with little bits of electricity. And she fires that singularity breath straight at the group. And it has
How-
that again,
How far are you from them again?
15 feet in total.
So your cone is 15 feet. You'd be out of range of everything.
Oh, okay. I'll go 5 feet. How about that? And then blast.
Sure. That I'll say that'll probably hit most of them. You'll miss a couple, like a few of them on the end.
If I do 8 feet, would I be able to hit them all?
So are you trying to hit the back line, basically?
I'm trying to hit the whole group as a whole if I can.
Well, the tough. Well, actually, because like if they're only 10 feet apart from the front line to the back line.
But they're 10 feet
Yeah, if
behind
you
the
run
front
up,
line.
Oh,
if
that's
you run
right.
straight up, I'm trying to think. If you run straight up to the front line, shoot your breath, you would definitely hit the two guys in the front, and with 15 feet, you would hit the guys in the back. I'd say you'd hit a good majority of them. They are still spread apart enough that you might. I would say you probably miss two of them.
Yeah,
that's totally
that's what I was
fine.
thinking.
You'd miss the two on the very end of each side of that line because they're so spread out.
That's fine.
Gotcha.
That's how it works. Yeah, and she just fires that thing, and like what you guys all see is like a arcane mist of like dark purples and light blues, as it's like a claw connected to the singularity in the middle of it, as she just fires that bitch at them.
All
Wow.
right, and the DC was 16 dex.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So you're hitting 6 of them. No, 5 of. Here, let me think. You're hitting 5 of them.
Well, that sucks.
I'm trying to think.
There was 6
There's-
enemies total.
There's 8 total.
Oh,
One of
8
them ran
total.
away, and you're missing. I'm gonna say you miss one of them because now I'm thinking of the numbers and how they're spread. You're only gonna miss one of them with that. So you're gonna hit 6 enemies still. One of them does save. The rest all fail.
Okay,
Cool.
they'll take 8 damage.
All right, they all take 8 damage. So I will say the ones in the back, the archers, definitely do not have that great of a constitution. They are looking rougher for wear. They're not down on one knee for any means, but they are looking kind of battered up. The ones in the front are looking still kind of stout.
Okay. And then what I'll do is after I did that, then she's gonna kind of like take 10 feet back.
Okay. The 2 in the front will take an opportunity attack.
Oh, was I that close that they could do that?
To hit them how you did, you basically got all the way up in their face and just
No,
point
then
blank.
Yeah, no, I'll say point blank then.
Okay.
She's pissed.
Sure.
And then I will.
Hello, Artemis.
Can I actually? Can I
Oh.
use? Wait. If you fail a saving for a miss, then attack roll. It doesn't help with attack damage. Never mind. My turn.
Alrighty. I believe up next was I think the rest of them actually, and then it was Gilus, right? Yeah. So now that you finished off, a lot of them are looking worse for wear, but their lives are on the line. They know that. There's a whole fucking baby dragon in here. Even a baby dragon's still a magical beast. So they all ready up their crossbows. Well, actually, 4 of them will ready up their. Let me think. Yeah, 4 of them will ready up their crossbows. The rest actually have their knives out, and they're gonna go in for melee attacks. Now the two remaining in the front, captain included and the one on the side, are gonna go in for a double attack against you, Zinrot.
Okay.
Does a 9 hit?
No.
Does a 19 hit?
19 will hit.
Okay. Let's see.
And how she would like block the first one is she would use the armor plating on the top of her head to parry that attack, and then I would left to like her body exposed for the other attack to hit.
Oh yeah, your dragon body covered in hard, like harder than steel amethyst gems, just completely like dulls his blade right where he hits you, like kind of bends in the blade a little bit as it just slides off, making a screech noise, like on a chalkboard. Just
Hell yeah.
as then the next one will deal 5 damage to you. As the first one misses, you maneuver yourself to block it so well. The next one takes that opportunity to find a little chink in your scale and just hits a good slice right in between the scales.
Yeah, she'll make a loud dragon yelp from the pain.
Oh yeah. That is like echoing through the cave as now the archers feeling a little more invigorated that they know this dragon can be bled, that this dragon does bleed. The rest of the archers will now draw up their crossbows ready, and they're going to actually shoot out a volley. I will say one of them is directed towards Sakira for sure. One of them is heading towards Gilus, and then the other 2 are heading towards Acteza. 6 definitely doesn't hit any of y'all, I assume.
No.
How much damage did I take, by the way?
Just 5.
Cool.
One of them got a nat 20, and that's going to be on Gillis.
Oh boy.
And then a 4, I'm sure misses, and then a 12. Does a 12 hit Acteza? Let me look at his sheet.
Yeah, I think Don's doing some kid stuff.
Yeah, no worries. It meets it, so it beats it. So, while you were gone, Acteza, Zinrot did take 5 damage, yet letting out a yelp as the captain just found a chink in her scales. As another one of the frontline brawlers hit her straight in the forehead, but her scales, being tough as tough as a dragon scale is, just bent the blade as he then just did no damage. And then the rest of the archers let off a volley in the air, directed pretty much spread towards everyone. 2 of them did come towards your direction. One of them did miss, but the last one narrowly strikes your shoulder.
For how much damage then?
I'm rolling it now. 3.
3 for the crit?
No, that's for him.
I have the
not
crit.
there yet.
Yeah, that's right. Never mind.
How many?
So how do y'all feel about crits? Do y'all like the max damage rule where a crit is just max or double the dice? Because I'm kind of impartial to both. I don't really care either way.
It's your call, DM.
I'm good with that. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm good with whatever. The reason why I mainly just do like max damage is because I hate math.
That's fair.
The only thing that might is we're all level 3, and 3/4 plus of our party are casters, so that's a lot of damage if we're doing max every time.
It's relative.
You know what? I'm gonna go my own little route with this. I'm gonna say enemies only double the dice, while the heroes of my party double and max.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Don't do that. Just one or the other, dude, or else you're gonna really hate your life when me, Paladin, crits with Holy Smite. You're gonna hate your life. Just do one or the other.
I don't know. Y'all are like the heroes of my story. I like
Sure.
it. Sure.
Sure, I'll go with it. Fucking, that sounds great.
I'll just double the dice. Fuck it. We'll just go double the dice then.
Okay.
How many of the back lines stayed within 5 feet of the flaming sphere?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. So the one, how much damage does it do per round, anyways?
It's a save.
The
so
one that you cast it on didn't move. It just stood there.
Yeah,
so
the rest
the one
the
there-
rest aren't even in it, so they didn't have to move.
Well, it's 5 feet from where the sphere's at as well. So every square adjacent to the one I cast it on also would be affected.
Yeah, but they're spread 5 feet
They're 5
apart,
feet,
like I said,
yeah.
so they're all out of it. Only
Oh,
the
okay,
one
okay,
guy was in it.
Okay, so the one guy needs to make a dex save with a DC of 14.
Alrighty. That's a 17.
Oof. Half damage.
So take in 1d6. Then
Dude, you should just move that shit across the battlefield like some sort of pinball machine.
I can. Yeah, so it's a bonus action to move it.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so half of 7, round down, so 3 fire damage.
How do you kill him? Because
Oh, shit!
Oh,
took his health down a good bit from her blast.
Well, I'm literally assuming it's the sphere is like this little tiny. It's only 5 feet diameter, so it's only like 2.5.
Like a mini
feet.
sun, basically.
Yeah, so it's only the radius is only 2.5 feet. So it literally just takes up the one square. So it's like I had shoved it straight into the individual, and since they didn't
Sure.
fucking move, like it just. What I'm kind of envisioning is like if you guys seen like the Blade films where like the vampires are like in the fucking like they step out into
Yes.
sunlight and they just like crumble, like they
Yes.
they char up and then they crumble.
Oh
That's-
yeah.
Yeah.
This motherfucker just becomes filet mignon barbecue. And it's not even like edible to Zinrot. So how I imagine it is you basically make a miniature sun that it's not hot enough to like a literal sun will kill like everybody in the cave. But this one guy was hit full blast by this. And he was in so much pain he didn't know what to do. And he stood there like an idiot. And he just gets charred over this 6 seconds. It just runs through him, this hot white flame, before he just almost like disintegrates and just
Nice.
ash.
All right.
Wow.
So Gillis is up with Secure on deck.
Gillis, by the way, you took a total of, actually, because I forgot, 5 damage. I rolled terrible.
Okay, great. Okay, so it's my turn?
Yep. Go for it.
Fuck, here we go. So the captain just went down, right?
No, just one of the archers. Everybody else is good.
Okay. I would like to use... okay, DM. It's assumed that this guy was killed. But I didn't want to say anything before because I didn't want to disrupt the motion. But would it be possible if when that fatal blow was struck, I could have, like, gotten to him to heal him to not make him so he died?
Sure, I'd allow it.
Okay,
just 'cause
okay,
it's
never
a
mind.
good deed.
Never mind.
But there is a guy next to him, so he would take an opportunity attack if he.
I don't care about that, but
Okay.
because of your slowness to your answer, this is what I'm going to say instead.
Sure.
I'm going to throw my warhammer on the ground that I'm holding for this combat encounter, and yell out, "Everyone, you just lost a man. I didn't know I would stumble into this group, but there's a fucking dragon. This fine woman here has offered to pay my tab. How about everyone just takes the gold and goes?" Can I roll a persuasion check?
Sure. Go for it.
Great. I'm going to use my
I would say it's at a disadvantage, but I mean, they are faced with a dragon, so it wouldn't be.
Okay, so I'm going to use my channel divinity here to give me a +5 to my persuasion check.
Damn. Okay.
So that's going to be a total of 23.
I'd say they're pretty much kind of agreeing, like especially the archers in the back, seeing one of them just turn into a pile of ash. They're definitely nodding their heads, like, yeah. I don't know if this is like worth the money. Like, I don't kind of want to die, though. The captain definitely is still in this fight, but the rest of them definitely are unsure of his choices here.
I'll just end my turn by like taking like a passive step or two back with my arms up in the air after I said what I said, and that's my turn.
Okay. Who was next in rotation?
Secure is
Top of the
up
round.
with me on deck.
Okay.
Okay. So everybody else is retreating, but the captain is still in this fight.
It looks like the rest of
Not
his
quite.
men. Okay, I will say they look like they're pretty much on the cusp of retreating, except for the captain. All the men look pretty shaken. Their trust in his decision in this fight, especially facing a wormling, they're not. They're on the verge of just up and hightailing it out of here. So I'm basically leaving it up to your actions, Akira. I mean, they are here for him, but now they're after you.
Is the captain still like 30 feet away from me?
Yeah, he hasn't really moved. He's just been watching it.
Okay. Sakira's going to use 30 feet of movement to go up on him. And as she like walks up towards him, she kind of like just drags her doom blade behind her. As she gets face to face with him, she asks like, "Are you really planning to take me back?"
Oh, fucking course, you dirty ass tiefling. You're worth a lot of money. You're worth a lot of gold, I'm sure. You come from the royal family over in Eden.
Because, oh, that is a problem. As she grasps her doom blade and makes a slash. Oh my god, that's a nat 20, 24.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Roll me damage.
Fuck yeah, dude!
Double the dice, of course.
That's going to do,
28.
let's see, 14 plus 10, 24 necrotic damage.
Okay, how are you hitting him? You didn't kill him, but how did you hit him?
Like, as she just, like, one-handed, like, almost like an anime style fight where it's just so quick, just draw from her back straight forward up across the captain.
Zantetsuken!
And that will end her turn.
Okay. I will say, given what you just did, the rest of them are like, oh hell no. This is like way too much. I didn't ask for this shit. And pretty much everybody but the captain is starting to run away. But as they do this, you hear a this was a fucking waste of my time. I thought I'd have help in this fight. As all the men just turn into ash. Except for the captain, who is like very confused at this moment. As now you see one of the men that was actually over towards Gillis transform before your eyes into a humanoid type creature. But he has horns of dragon horns coming out of his head, dragon eyes looking at you, and he's just like, I was just using them to get close to y'all, but clearly they're just some weak-minded idiots. The initiative still stands.
All right. Evan, the roll that I just threw was I forgot to do the con save after the second attack that landed, but I am good, so I am still concentrating on my fire sphere. For future reference, I missed this when I cast it originally. It has to go to an unoccupied space to begin with, but when I move it, I can drop it on someone, which is what I'm
Okay.
going to do. I'm going to use my bonus action to move the sphere straight into the captain, which means he has to make the deck save right now.
Cool.
Okay. That's a nat 1.
Perfect.
He is, and the reason that's pretty poetic because he is like, what the fuck is going on? As actually a large like man, like 15 feet tall, is standing in front of Gilus that looks like a dragonborn but human.
All right, so
Weird.
he took 6 fire damage.
All right, he's looking beat up. Not worse for wear, but he is looking pretty beat up.
And I think that is it for me because I'm concentrating, so I can't do anything else right now.
So who
Which
is
is
next?
the 2 baddies, so the captain and the other dude is up with Zinrot on decks.
Zinrot, just because this is more of like your background, can you roll me let's see. I can see either well, maybe not an insight. What would y'all determine for like rolling to determine what a thing is?
History.
It's in what context?
Like a
Like
creature. Like just
History,
like to
yeah.
know if she knows what this thing is.
Yeah, history.
Okay.
Okay. I'll even let you do Arcana too.
Yeah, Arcana could work. Yeah.
History or Arcana check, please.
25.
Okay, so you definitely know what this is, even though you're like a newborn babe and you don't know much of the world. You do know dragons and draconic kind of like society. This is a dragon blessed standing before you. This human has been blessed by another dragon and is doing their deeds and has come here to come.
Interesting.
Interesting. Okay.
Would this tell Zinrot like the dragon affinity, like what element?
Yeah, since you actually rolled above a 20, looking at the dragon and the horns on the dragon and everything, you can tell it is a fire dragon. Like
Cool.
the horns are red and they kind of come down low before twisting up, kind of in a fashion like a ram almost, not like swirling, but they come out like kind of the side of their ears go down and swoop in front of their face.
Okay.
Sure.
And they on their forearms they have some scales on their skin, but it's not like colored. It's still like a human, and it looks like a human, but they have definitely dragon horns.
And like probably like the patches of scales.
Yeah, and they look like they've been enlarged. Like there's powers definitely
Done.
been enhanced them.
Yeah, she'll just, as everyone can hear this in their head, she'll be like, "You're just doing dirty work. You're just a pawn."
A pawn. That's what you are too, dear. I'm just doing my bidding, just
the
as you.
The difference between you and me is I'll send you back to your I'll send you back to your chains and pieces for touching my mom.
You can try.
You can try.
He's
Yes.
actually going to now take his action and he's going to rush straight towards Zinrot. Gillis, you can take an opportunity attack if you want.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
I will pull out my warhammer and just like whack him on the side of the spleen.
Okay.
Not good. I accidentally rolled the wrong thing, but it's still the same modifier. That's a 7 to hit.
Yeah, that completely misses. You hit him in the side, and it just does not even phase him. He keeps running straight towards Zinrot. Zinrot, this hulking figure, you are a large dragon, but he's still standing pretty damn tall above you, runs up, and with this great sword in hand, just comes, or actually, yeah, it's a great sword, comes down right on top of you.
Okay.
Modifier. Does an 18 hit?
Yep.
All right. You take a total of 7 damage, 2 of those being fire.
How much damage?
You take 7 damage, 6 of which, or no, 4 of which is slashing, 2 of which is fire.
Okay.
Let's see. And then he is going to end his turn there. As the captain was initially caught in confusion, he's like, well, to hell's with it. I still want some fucking money out of this. As he's then just going to go straight for Sakira. And he's actually going to try and do a grapple check.
Oh shit.
And you can either contest this with athletics or acrobatics. Hold on, I need to move these pages around. It would help me. There we go.
Oh, Christ.
That is 7, by the way, for his grapple.
Oh, shit, she still won!
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
I rolled
So-
a 9.
So he comes up with like this bear hug. He's like crouched low, running up to you with his kind of bear hug looking stance, and you just narrowly dodge him as he tries to grab you, and he's like, "Oh, fuck."
As he passes me, I kind of imagine like as I barely miss, he kind of stumbles a bit. I just kind of whisper like, "You missed."
That's gonna be the end of his turn.
You missed.
And then, is it my turn now?
Yep, Zinrot is up after those two with Gilus on deck.
And then, because of my lair, do I get a +3 to all of my spell DCs, or was it just the breath?
Just a breath.
Okay. Let me think real quick. She's just gonna fucking bite him. She's just gonna damn right just try to bite this motherfucker.
Okay.
After she roars from the cut, she just her neck launches as she goes for a bite.
All right.
Does 19 hit?
That does.
Yes. And that will be 10. Does it roll? Oh, it's just 10 damage. It says 10 damage, and she's gonna. How did he hit her? Like, where did he hit her at?
Oh, he followed kind of the captain's lead, and he just found a chink right below one of your arms, or I guess one of your legs, and just swung it into like the armpit.
Oh, so he went into the armpit of my wing.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, because you're standing on one of your wings. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that.
Right when that slice goes in and she roars, her neck launches like a snake's as she just slams her teeth into the right of his torso, sinking her teeth into his chest and back at the same time. Her amorous, sharp teeth just piercing into his armor and flesh.
Oh yeah, and as you do this, he's like, "Ugh, fuck, that hurts."
And then I will do. Let me see what else I can do real quick. Nope. I'll end my turn.
Alrighty.
I will
DM,
say that that Zinrot's not looking too hot. Her purple blood is definitely kind of. I'd actually say her blue blood is actually like coming out quite a bit from that wound being hit twice.
All right.
Yeah, no gold was transferred. You're right on that.
DM, I forgot. The captain stay within 5 feet of his original position on this turn.
No, he's moved towards Gillis.
Oh, I thought he tried to grapple.
Or no,
Sakira,
not Gillis, Sakira. So he's moved.
But
he's
Sakira
moved
moved
at
up to do
least-
a doom strike, which should have been within 5 feet, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, he's still standing there. That's
Okay,
correct. Thank you for reminding me.
He needs to make a dex save then.
Alrighty. Oh yeah, he didn't move. Oh shit.
You fucked up.
That's a 10.
Okay, so taking full damage,
Yeah, he's taking ouchie damage.
but I rolled like shit, so 4 fire damage.
Great.
Well,
4
every little
fire
bit
damage.
counts.
Okay. He's starting to look a little worse for wear. Definitely bloodied, singed all over.
All right, Gillis up, and then back to the top of the round with Secure on deck.
All right.
Wait, whose turn is it?
I think yours, Gillis, and then.
Oh, sorry.
Sakura.
I was reading something, so I didn't hear my name called. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is, hold on, let me finish reading the spell. Okay, so I will, from my pocket, pull out a pinch of what looks to be golden sand, and I'll sort of like sprinkle it in front of my face and sort of blow out. And as I blow out, this dust becomes magnified and like sprays all over the captain, and I'm going to cast sleep. So basically, I'm going to roll 5d8, and if I roll the amount of health that he has left remaining, he falls asleep.
Ooh. That's
Okay.
great.
Go for it.
You go, girl.
I rolled a total of 22. Does that meet or exceed his hit point maximum?
He made it by 1 point.
Hey, he's fucking asleep, dude.
So you all watch as the captain's like, I'm gonna fucking take you back. And just plump on the ground. Like mid-sentence.
Yeah, so like my gold dust will like get in his eyes and it makes instant eye boogies. So he starts to like rub it and he just passes out.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I've never used sleep before, the spell.
Well, now you're down to 1 baddie, and he's still topped.
I will. How much is he within 30 feet of me?
Did you have to move to do that?
I have not moved yet in this encounter.
Okay. So I would say he's probably within 10, 15 feet. It depends on how y'all spaced yourselves out. But I would say 10, 15.
Okay, so I'll just use my movement to go on the back side of him. And that will be it. That's my turn.
Alrighty.
Okay, so we have one bad guy left, right?
Yup.
Yes.
Okay, how far from me would he be?
He is 30 feet from you because you moved up to the captain, so I'd say about 30 feet.
Okay. You're gonna see Sakura very swiftly use 30 feet of movement to go up onto that baddie.
BRB.
And she's gonna grip her doom blade with both hands this time as she makes a downward strike onto him.
Alright.
Please. Ah, shit. That was a
Damn.
5.
So as you do this, he's not even looking at you, he grabs your blade with one hand.
Did he
Like
just pull an
anime
Aizen?
style. With like literally the tips of his fingers just grabs it. And he just looks at you and says, I'll deal with you in a second.
It's very interesting that you can grab onto a phantom blade.
Oh, is it Phantom? I was just trying to be badass.
No, it's
Well,
kind of it's cool.
He is
No.
he is magically attuned. That's
Yeah, he is
black.
he
I
is
mean-
magical, so
Yeah, that would make sense then.
alright. Is that your turn?
That is gonna have to be my turn
Okay.
because I
It's
don't.
at this moment that he's gonna take I guess you could call it a legendary action because this is how he's doing it, but it's more of a reaction. He just lets out a barbarian roar as you just start to feel the air around you hotter and hotter and then hotter, and all of a sudden you start to see your clothes catching on fire. Anybody within 5 feet of him, please make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Oh, I got a great
Kara.
Constitution saving throw.
That would be a 14 for me.
15 for me.
Okay, so Zinrot, you being a dragon, you are pretty. I would say you're somewhat resistant to the elements. Not where you're gonna resist damage, but you can hold up in some good heat. But I will say, Sakira, you narrowly did not save, and you're gonna take 1d4 fire damage right now.
Okay. Um.
That's 4 damage.
Okay. Also, at that time, as a reaction, you're gonna see Sakira raise her hand and point
Hellish
her
rebuke.
finger back at it and use Hellish Rebuke.
Yeah, boy. There we
He doesn't
go.
do any damage.
Huh?
He's immune to fire.
Speaking of
Oh,
fire,
Fucker.
Sakira, you only take half damage because you're a tiefling.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, so you would take 2 damage because you're resistant to fire.
Okay.
Gilus, you're within 5 feet of him too, right?
Do I need to make a save or
Dude,
is it
I fucking
No.
love this. This is y'all's first like boss fight.
Hell yeah. No, Gillis is. I thought Gillis was by where the captain was.
No, he moved to
No,
be
he moved
behind.
behind him. Yeah, make a con save throw because he used one of his like a reaction or legendary action to ignite himself on fire.
Oh, okay.
So what save?
Con save.
Oh, that's fine.
For a drunk, he should have really good con save.
21.
Hey,
Yeah, you actually. I'll say this. It's because you're drunk. You actually aren't feeling much because
Yeah, otherwise I would feel it.
yeah, your clothes are definitely getting a little bit of singe on them, and you could almost say you're starting to catch on fire, but you just don't even notice it.
Oh no, and yeah. When I smell the smell of like burning flesh / fur, I ask, "What's cooking?"
too bad.
He just the boss just looks at you. He's like, "All right."
I think that's what's funnier is you missed out on what Sakira was doing to the fucking boar that we captured last time.
I don't even remember what happened.
Don't even
but I
remember.
bet
Sakira
it was
like
some
used
shit.
used read thoughts to like live out what the boar was feeling as she fucking like started slicing
Oh
it
my
up. and shit.
god! What
Yeah,
the
but
fuck?
boars. Yeah, but boars are like have like 3 intelligence, so it's just like oink, grass.
And then I fucking used my singularity breath and just completely like. Wait, did I obliterate him?
Yeah, you like obliterated that fucking boar.
It got
was like
smashed
it
into
was like
pudding.
a half CR boar, and you just domesticated,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just mush.
decimated it.
It's just mush on the ground, smashed by gravity.
Yeah, it would
Wow.
speak with animals because I can speak with animals.
That's what it was.
Yeah, you spoke with it. It's just not that intelligent. It was just like food.
It was literally like mommy, and then like died.
Yeah. It was the saying like one words.
All right.
All right. Whose turn is it?
It is mine with the blessed dragon on deck. I am going to dispel the flaming spear, and I'm going to cast frostbite on the blessed dragon. It needs to make a con save with a DC of 14.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, he's decent at cons. Come on. That is 16.
Alrighty, that I think is all I've got.
That doesn't even do half damage.
It's a cantrip. I am out of
Oh,
spell
okay.
slots.
I gotcha.
Who is looking the most hurt out of our party?
I think it's me. I am at 11 health out of 23.
Okay, I am gonna cast Healing Light as a bonus action on Zinrot, which will heal for 16.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, I have a limit on them, but they're 4d6. So.
Hell yeah, she's back to 100%.
Oh shit! Actually, that was all 4 of them. That's good. All right, that is
Hell
it for
yeah.
Acteza. Blessed Dragons up with Zinrot on deck.
Yeah, so the blessed dragon just sees her like. What's it look like when you cast this, by the way?
Your healing thing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what I
Oh.
want to go with for it. Sorry. I'm gonna go with kind of like her eyes kind of like light up, sort of kind of like a celestial fire going on, and then
Oh,
that
nice.
uh, she kind of just looks at Zinrot, and then the same type of celestial flame imbues up, and then like kind of like that Hellboy, kind of like how like the blue flames like
Yes.
radiate around in heat,
Yes.
Hell
and
yeah.
that's like the healing that's going around. But it would be like a whitish flame.
That's badass. And she just looks at the dragon bless. And if she had a smirk, if she could actually smirk, she would.
Good. I like a challenge. All right, it's Dragon's blessed turn. So he's looking at Zinrod. He's on a mission. He's on a goal. And he's gonna take 2 great sword attacks at you using his multi attack.
Bitch.
Let's see. Well, the first roll was a 3, so I'm gonna say that missed.
Yeah, she just parries it with her
Yeah.
plated head armor.
Dirty 20.
That hits though.
All right. You take a total of 10 damage, 5 being from the slashing and 5 being fire.
God damn.
So 2 damage for the fire.
Yeah, she lets out a roar of pain. A shriek, more of like a high pitch.
Or I don't think Zinrot's resistant.
Oh, sorry. I got confused. Never mind. Never mind.
You're
Yeah,
good.
you're right. You're right.
You're good. And that's going to be the end of his turn.
Zinrod up with Gilus on deck.
Cool. You're up, Dre.
She's gonna go for a another bite attack.
Hell yeah.
Does 13 hit?
Nope.
Yeah, she just goes to snap at him, and
He just narrowly dodges to the side. It's only going to work twice, ma'am.
she just roars at him, and she'll end her turn.
Okay, right as that happens, I see the captain below just like sucking on his thumb in the fetal position, asleep.
Oh, yeah.
And I reach out into my pocket and I take a couple heroic steps forward, and I say, "You will leave us alone! Moo!" And I throw a pocket full of gold sand out of my pocket, and I'm going to cast sleep one more time on this guy. On
Hell
the
yeah.
guy remaining.
On the dragon blood? I thought you were doing on the cat, and he's just like, okay.
No, yeah, I'm going to
The
cast
dragon
sleep
blood's
again.
gotcha.
So that's going to be 5d8. Come on. All right, here we go, come on.
Please be good, please be good, please be good. Not all ones, not all ones.
24.
Not even close.
Ah, shit! So, like, I'll throw the dust at him, and the eye boogies start to form, and he just kind of yawns it all off.
Yeah, he's still looking pretty healthy. I think he's only been hit once.
And so, how far away am I from him?
0 within 5 feet still. You haven't moved.
Okay, I want to move into a flanking position.
I say you've done that because he's already
Okay.
facing Zinrot and you
Oh,
said
okay.
you went behind. So
Okay,
you're
okay.
basically right next to Sakira.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to confirm. That's the end of my turn.
Gotcha.
This sound reminds me of Critical Role.
Kind of. I liked it.
All right, that's my turn though. At the top of the round.
All right. It's Sakira, I think, now.
Okay,
Secure with me on deck.
Am I still like red on top of this guy?
Yep. So you're right next to Gillis with Zinrot in front of him.
She's gonna make another swing with her Doom Blade, and she says, "Do not touch my weapon again. I will disembowel you," which will make for a great chapter. Does a 17 hit?
A great
17.
chapter.
A 17 barely hits him.
So he's a 16. Now we know.
No, he's a 17.
He is
Oh,
going
you
to
said
take
barely so.
15 necrotic damage.
15 necrotic damage? Okay. Okay. Throwing out some damage.
Yeah.
And that will end her turn. She's going to end right there.
All right.
All right, I am up with the baddie on deck.
I will say the 2, since y'all didn't move, go ahead and roll me a con save again.
Or the
Oh,
3.
is he still?
He's basically emitting flame from his body, and y'all are literally right on top of him.
Oh, so all 3 will need to make the save?
Yeah, all 3 of you, since you haven't moved, just make a con save.
That's
I
fine.
got a 15 again.
That'd be a 10.
15, you save.
13.
All right, so you 2 in the back will take some fire damage. You both take 3 each, or half for Sakira, so I'll say 1.
Okay.
So 1 for me as well.
No, you saved, so you didn't take any.
Cool.
You're basically holding up in the heat.
Cool beans.
Cool.
All right, for Acteza, she's gonna cast Sacred Flame.
Oh, okay.
So a
Dex
Dex
save.
save for the baddie, DC 14.
Dex save. Oh, might be close. Nope, that's a 10.
All right,
Wait a second.
taking 5 radiant damage.
Sacred Flame?
It's a cantrip.
Yeah, I know. What class are you?
Warlock, but I took the path of Celestial
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Okay.
because my
You said 5 damage. Okay.
5 radiant.
So you just hit him with this like radiant fire, is how I'm imagining it.
Yeah, basically, similar to the flame that I used to heal Zinrot, hits him, but
Okay.
instead of healing, it's doing damage.
Dude, hell yeah! I fucking love that. It's your sacred flame turned towards enemies' heals, but turned toward your enemies' damage.
Cool.
And I think that is it for me. 'Cause
All
I'm
right.
out of spell slots. So Batty's up with Zinrot on deck.
Finally, it looks like you all have some gall. It won't be a piece of cake easily. I love a good fight. And at this point, he's actually gonna take another multi-attack towards one towards Sakira and one towards Gillis, since y'all are flanking him.
Oh, they ID'd me, by the way. It says you're looking pretty young. Okay.
Does 11 hit you, Sakira?
It does not.
Oh, damn. And let's see what it.
Evan, this isn't the captain, is it?
No, this is the Dragon Blessed.
Oh, okay, just making sure.
And then does a 16 hit you, Gillis?
Just barely.
All right. Oh wait, no, wrong dice. I'm rolling 3d4 over here. All right, you take a total of what is it? 12 damage.
Woo!
Oh yeah, he hit. That was some good roll.
Yeah, I felt that in my udder, dude.
You're, oh, you're a female cow. Okay, that's good to know. So the milk is safe. Okay.
Oh my god, it's not the cursed milk. Good lord.
Definitely a male, so let's hold off on that for now.
That's not an odd.
I'm not looking
that-
good, guys.
And that will be his turn.
Uh,
I will say now, now that y'all have pretty much kind of surrounded him, attacks will kind of be at advantage because you've kind of locked him in. He can't dodge around too much.
Sure.
Oh, perfect. Then what I'm gonna do now? Odds. What do I want to do this motherfucker?
Gilus, you're on deck.
I can't get
Okay.
that ability won't work. I could try to do that, but he's higher level. I don't think I'm ready for that. I'm gonna just go ahead and bite him.
Okay, no spells, nothing.
Go straight for the ankles.
Right? Ah, damn it. It was a fucking 10. She just snaps and goes to snap and he somehow dodges.
And that's at advantage 10?
Yeah, the first one was a 1, so yeah.
Oh, damn. Yeah, he narrowly dodges. He just says, I told you it wouldn't work.
I'll eat you!
Not if I eat you first.
And shut your turn.
All right.
Okay, I'm up.
Yep, Gilus up with Secure on deck.
Okay. At this point, I'm definitely not sobered up, but reality has caught up to me in my drunken stupor where I've slightly sobered up enough to like really take in the situation for what it is. And as I get my bearings, I say, okay, I tried to be nice, but this is how it has to go. And I just go, moo, and I just start running up like the 5 feet distance between the two of us, and I just like slap him on the butt cheek as hard as I can with my hammer, and I'll pump a divine smite into it.
His butt cheek.
Hell yeah.
Hold on. Let's see here. So that's gonna be. Hold please.
Okay, I'm holding on to something.
No! 14 hit. Does that hit?
No.
Unfortunately not.
Okay, then I take my divine smite back. Then that's it. Oh, yep, that's it. I have one attack. Fuck. That's it.
All right.
Secure up with me on deck.
Okay. So you said attacks are at advantage on him now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if that's actually a rule in D&D, but
Wait, hold
for my
on.
campaign, if you
That-
surround an enemy enough, it kind of limits their movement.
That's
and
fine.
Kind of say advantage.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
like
can
the
I
flanking or
re-roll
whatever.
then?
Sure. Did you not roll it at advantage?
No.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Even worse, 13. God damn it. Fuck me.
Yeah, the AC's kind of high, but I'm not pulling punches.
Secure's gonna make another attack with her fucking Doomblade. God damn it. It's 17.
Oh yeah, you hit him.
Okay, perfect. And so for like this attack, like you see Secure like pick up her blade and hold it in front of her face, and before she does like a spinning swing with it, she says, "Oh great devil, please guide my hand." And she does a spinning attack. That's 10 necrotic damage.
Yes,
kill
my name. And you did 10 necrotic damage?
Yes.
Okay. Just because what you said, and it was the first time you finally said it, you can add a 1d4 to that.
Oh hell yeah.
Your patron's giving you just a drop of power. He's like, yes,
Ooh.
accept
Okay.
it.
That would
What
be
is
a
that?
3.
So DM, what did that do to her? What did that pulse of power do to her Doomblade?
Oh, your Doom Blade just as you swing it, it almost I'm trying to think of what it's called. But you know how like when the blades that have like the front of it a different color and the breast of it's a different, it kind of turns into that where it's just this blood, it looks like blood's on the front of the blade and almost like a sharp pattern. As you
Yes.
say that, it just appears as you smash into him.
Yes, I love that. And that will be her turn.
Cool.
What? What? The AC fucking gift for the AC thing?
Yes.
Oh,
It's like, what's your AC? And I just send this diff instead.
You're fucking me, DM. You're fucking me.
Fucking me.
Oh man.
Sorry, how much damage was that, Clarissa?
The 10 plus 3, so a total of 13.
Okay, he's now starting to look worse for wear. He's taking a little stagger. He's leaning on his blade a second as he lifts himself back up. He's like, I still got some in me.
Okay, I'm up with the Dragon Blessed on deck. I'm gonna cast Frostbite. Con save of 14 for the Dragon Blessed.
All right. $11.
Cool. So it's gonna take 6 cold damage, and
Okay.
it has disadvantage on its next weapon attack.
Ooh. All right. All right.
And that will be Acteza's turn. So Batty with Zinrot on deck.
All right. So the bad guy, he's definitely feeling it now. He's like, you know what? I think I underestimated you all, but I still got this. And he's just gonna go for another multi-attack, both at disadvantage, correct? Or is it just the first one he makes?
Spell, I think said just first one. Let me.
Okay.
QC.
He's gonna
Yeah,
go
just
for a
next.
multi-attack. He's gonna go for Zinrot. He's here on a mission. The first one.
Is he just looking to take Zinrot in, or is he looking for blood?
From what you can all tell, he's definitely here to eliminate Zinrot.
Oh, eliminate. Okay.
So the disadvantage was a 4,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm sure that misses.
Yes.
And then let's see, what's his plus? Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
All right. He would deal 5 damage to you. Rolled pretty bad on that one.
Yeah, she's got a lot of blue blood coming out again, and I mean a lot.
How's your health looking?
It's not great. That's what I'm gonna say. It's
Okay.
not great at all.
I'm at 15. If it's any,
I'm
consolation.
at 8.
Yeah. What's everybody's health at? Let me get a vibe check.
Yeah, I'm
I've
at
only-
15.
I've only lost a total of 3 hit points, so I'm at 21.
Okay.
Damn.
Acteza's at 14 at 21, but the bigger issue is I am out of all spell slots,
Yeah.
including my healing ability. So
I have 1 spell slot left.
Well, that is going to be the end of his turn. And I was going to say everybody roll a con, but at this point he's kind of running out of juice. He's running out of fumes, and the heat kind of dies down.
well, I just hit
You
it with
should
frostbite,
land.
so I'd hope the heat's coming down.
How tall? Like how big? Like how high is the highest point in my cave?
Your cave, I'd say extends at least 80 feet.
And how heavy is he?
Ooh, he's a large sized creature, so he's easily at least 250, 300 pounds.
Oh yeah, that's gonna hurt when he drops. Okay, so
Oh, God.
at this point, she is just absolutely fed up as she's about to throw a tantrum. She goes up on her hind legs and she spreads out her wings. All of the crystals that are protruding out of her dark blue upper hide start to glow bright as the inside of her wings start to show like the stars and the galaxies. And her all four eyes glow as she starts to speak in Draconic. As she casts Vortex Warp. He needs a roll con save of 14.
Vortex warp. What does that do? Can you tell me?
I'm gonna teleport him somewhere.
Oh, okay, okay. It was a con save, you said?
Of 14, yeah.
That is a 8.
Yes! As she just spreads her wings out, you guys just see reality of space and time around him start to fluctuate, like it's wrapping around him in a cocoon. You guys all think that you yourselves are stretching as the fabric of space and time bends just so tight that you thought it was about to go further before it just flips back into normal, and he's not there anymore as he appears at the highest point of my cave.
Oh, wait, you're teleporting him to the highest point of the cave and just dropping
What
him?
spell is this again?
Vortex Warp.
Okay, I've never heard of this. I'm excited to look it up.
So I'm reading the spell description. It says it must be a surface or in a liquid that can support the target. Does support mean
Oh.
it has to be ground he can stand on?
Ugh. That sucks.
I'm asking
Okay.
fellow DMs. I don't
That
know.
kinda-
I'm just asking y'all.
To me, that kind of sounds like up to interpretation, because technically, like, if you think about it, at the top of the cave, if that portal like comes out at the top, that would technically be able to support the target. It would just
Yeah.
once he comes out, he's gonna have no gravity beneath, or he's gonna have gravity beneath.
Yeah,
him, you
yeah.
know?
So
I would
basically,
argue the
he'll
exact
warp-
opposite because there is no support beneath him.
So I'll read it
So
out.
unless
'cause
it's
I'm at least-
unless you're inverting gravity and he's walking on
Yeah,
the roof.
just read it. Just read it.
I'll
real
read
quick.
it all the way out because I am leaving out a little bit of it. So must sustain a con save, or the target is teleported to an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range. The chosen space must be on a surface or in a liquid that can support the target without the target having to squeeze. Well, he doesn't have to squeeze in the air, but what does that mean by support him? Does it, like, I guess that means like a space that's not tight that can support his size
Yeah, I
That's
would
how I read
imagine.
Yeah.
In my
because
opinion,
it has
Yeah.
the squeeze thing afterwards.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of space there.
like, it would have to be a space. In my opinion, have to be a space that would still allow the creature to be able to fit realistically, and you're not just like shoving them in a hole or putting them in the bottom of the lake or dropping them from the middle of the air.
Honestly, yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, this works because he can fit in the air, and you have a range of 90 feet on this spell. So you throw him all the way up at the point of the ceiling you're looking at.
Well,
Yeah.
hold on. I mean, sure, if that's how you want to roll it, that's fine, but that's not necessarily what I meant. Because, like, where he teleports isn't, like, a place that can support his weight, because, like, he's in the fucking middle of the air. You know what I mean? I don't know, but it's up to you, DM. I don't fucking care. It's your game, dog. I really don't. It's not, whatever. It doesn't matter.
You know what? I'm gonna let it happen because I mean
Sure.
he has a way to counter it anyways.
Sure. Hell yeah, I'm about it.
Yeah, and basically space and time wraps in that same spot before it just bends, like snaps back into place, and he's just there.
Okay, and you do this successfully, and he is falling at an increasingly fast rate. But as you do this, he sprouts out tiny wings, just enough to lessen the damage of the fall. He's still going to take some damage, but it's almost like a glider kind of effect. He's slowing himself down.
Okay.
It's like dropping a hamster from waist height.
Basically. What is it? Every 10 feet is a d6, right? I
But-
think
and then
that's how it
his
usually goes.
doesn't his weight also doesn't the increased weight also increase?
No,
the
no,
damage?
No.
He's got his
no.
wings open.
It's just that
Mm.
are you calculating fall damage?
Yeah, basically.
It's just a d6 for every 10 feet.
Okay, so he's falling 8d6 feet.
And if you want to, you can have him roll an acrobatics check / dexterity saving throw to see if he halves the damage from the fall.
You know what? I'm gonna do that instead because basically, in the way that works is because his wings, he's gonna have that.
Sure. That's just how falling damage works in D&D. It's just a
Yeah.
D10 for every, D6 for every 10 feet.
That's fair.
So this fall does a total of 27 damage.
Oh shit!
But thanks to the resistance of his wings, he's able to lessen it by at least 8 points.
Sure.
Taking only, what is that? 18 damage. No, 19 damage. So he definitely he falls on his ass, and he definitely broke some ribs in the process.
Does he fall
but-
prone?
Yes, he is prone.
Okay.
He falls he falls next to you. It's not the same spot because given his size, he would have fucking flopped on top of a couple of y'all as well.
That would have hurt.
Yeah, and that would have hurt, but he falls right next to you, barely missing you all, as he is now prone, and he's still up. Not up, but he's still got some health in him.
Then I'll end my turn, and then I will actually move, and then I will use my movement to basically jump over the group and go straight next to him. And then I'll end my turn.
Is that me?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I'm just going to take my 2 attack. Oh, I don't even have 2 attacks yet. I'm just going to use my action to make an attack with my warhammer, which, mind you, I'm wielding two-handed.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
So a 1d10 damage or something like that.
Yes. I'm gonna roll again for advantage. See if I get that crit. 19 to hit.
That hits.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so that's 12 points of damage.
Oh yeah, he is looking pretty bloody now.
Cool. That's the end of my turn. I'll stay in my position.
All right, Sakira.
Actually,
up
before I end my turn, I'll just say, you don't have to die. Just fucking leave already, man. You've proved a point. And then I'll end my turn.
Kill me. It's worse than the punishment I'd get for failing.
Oh my Christ.
Sakira up with me on deck.
You see, like, he's still prone, right?
Yeah.
So you
Oh
see,
yeah, yeah.
Sakira looks down at him and she says, gladly, as she, like, you see, like, as he peers into her pale face, her eyes, like, super wide. Like, you know that, like, crazy yandere look in anime that girls get? That's the look that she's giving him.
Sure.
And, oh my god, that...
Yeah, that hits.
22, yeah, 22.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me that damage. That's 10 necrotic damage.
How do you do it?
Yes.
You see,
Oh, did you just get the final? Oh, fuck yeah!
He had 2 health points left.
as she's given that same yandere look at him, like, she smiles, just like this sickly, disgusting, macabre smile, as she spins with her doom blade cutting straight through his neck.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Wow.
And as the
Wow.
head falls, she says, I told you I wasn't going back.
Damn. As you kill him, you can just see like this fiery magic leave his body as the horns and the wings and the scales just disappear, and laying before you is a dragon, or not a dragon, a human.
Zinrot just starts like she puts her white wing little paw that's on the top of her wing that she stands on his chest, as she just starts eating his fucking face and head violently.
It's interesting that you say this, because the magic doesn't just disappear in the air. All of a sudden, you feel a surge of energy as you absorb his draconic essence. And you begin to change a little bit. Your little nub for legs have now sprouted, and you have 4 legs to stand on.
Yes.
Oh yeah, she just lets out fucking like mighty roar as now she's like standing on her new two new legs. And is she a little bit bigger or no?
I will say you grow like maybe 2 feet bigger in each direction, vertically and horizontally. And just for like basically RP and clarification, you're more close to like a preteen, young teen now dragon. You've aged some.
Oh yeah, and she just starts fucking eating him.
Oh
Hell yeah.
shit! Oh shit! Oh shit, dude!
Like,
Fuck
and
yeah! You just
and-
fucking eat
and-
him?
Yeah, and it's violent. Like it is like
Oh.
Oh yeah,
lion
given
on,
your
like,
size, it's not hard. Like imagine a crocodile, but times 2 trying to eat a human. It's not hard.
It's like a crocodile trying to eat a toddler.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Does it look like? Let me see here.
You like see the shape of him in
Does it look
your
like-
throat, like when a snake eats a mouse.
I mean, yeah, your mouth is about that large now, almost.
Oh yeah. I mean, she's not actually doing that. She's just like ripping pieces off and throwing her head back, but she is like violently eating him.
Fuck.
This isn't how I know this isn't how your dragon looks, but this is about like how you're starting to look now, like
Like that kind of body shape.
form-wise. Yeah, you're
Cool,
starting to
cool.
take on like a true wormling size.
Cool.
So you're
Now I
like
gotta-
you're like getting out of kindergarten into like 2nd or 3rd grade.
Yeah, she's advanced to like the next stage. Oh, by the way, everybody can level up.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yes.
I'm gonna level up right now.
Everybody's level 4 now.
Yes. Ooh, ability score. Always.
Yeah, I don't know if level 4 does anything for it. Oh, it does.
Hey, 1 more level and y'all will fucking have extra attacks, and y'all I think like level 5 is
No,
when y'all's
level
class
5.
really starts to come alive. Well, yeah, 1 more level. It's that like 5 to 10 range is when that class starts really coming alive.
Let's see here. Okay, level 4. Here we go. Ability store improvement. I'm gonna probably take a feat, DM.
Okay, and I will say, if y'all just want to like, for time sakes, we can save it a little later, because
Oh,
there's
I'm
not
already
gonna, I'll
almost
let you
done.
know there's not gonna be any more fights.
That's
Oh,
fine.
just if y'all have like a hard choice or anything.
That's fair.
Yeah, that was y'all's first boss fight, and I think y'all handled it pretty well.
Hell
Wow.
yeah, that shit was awesome.
Hell yeah, I wasn't really pulling any punches. I try not to fib rolls, and
Sure.
yeah, it was. I almost got some of y'all down.
Yeah, I got
I
pretty
was
low there.
close. Yeah, I was fucking close.
I mean, I don't know how many hit points y'all have, but I have like 35, and I got down to 15, which is below half.
I now have 31.
Nice.
Do it as a reaction? No. Hang on. That's cool and all, but no, goddamn it.
What's the best thing for what's the best stat for a sorcerer?
Charisma.
Yeah, I think charisma.
Charisma or con. Con would be the next one.
She basically, because of her absorbing that essence, she's now not only is she telepathic, she's also telekinetic.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Telekinetic. What does that mean?
She can lift things up with her mind and push people with her mind.
Oh, you got the telekinesis spell?
The
Cool.
feet.
The feet.
So yeah.
Oh, the feet. Ooh.
Ooh.
It's basically the
Gravity
feet.
magic,
Basically,
y'all.
it's basically like mage hand essentially.
Hey,
Basically.
gravity magic. That's how I'm taking it.
But like
Yeah,
not
exactly.
yeah. I also took the Great Weapon Master feat.
Whoa!
Hell
Holy
yeah.
shit!
And my charisma is now a 19.
Damn.
My save DC is only 14. I feel like that should have gotten higher.
Ooh, I just rolled an 8, y'all.
It's just like,
Whoa! Holy!
What was that? Do y'all have like an ice dice? Because I just heard like a blizzard.
I have no fucking idea what
That was
does.
me.
I just heard like a. Because I can hear all your dice effects. Sometimes I'm hearing like burning dice and cling dice, and then there was some kind of ice looking dice.
Oh, it's dexterity. What? Charisma, and then the next one
So
is
charisma's your first ability, and then it's constitution next, is what it's saying for the quick build. So your modifier is off charisma.
Okay. Oh, it's for my AC and some other things. Okay.
Oh,
okay.
gotcha.
Oh, holy shit!
And once I'm done with Zinrot's baby picture, now I gotta draw her with 4 legs.
Yeah, now you're like a teenager, a young teenager.
Yeah, I'm thinking with her upper hide is actually like a dark blue, and it's like as hard as amethyst, but it doesn't look amethyst. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
however you want your dragon to
It-
look. Definitely still
yeah.
got some gems in it though.
Oh no!
'cause it's a
All
big
of the
dragon.
all of the spikes. So like her horns, her spikes, her claws, and her teeth are all amethyst.
Gotcha.
There
Yeah.
is- Sorry.
Your guy just saying, yeah. Her teeth are like amethyst, sharp ass crystals.
Hell yeah.
There's so much you can do as a warlock. It is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got done leveling up. I got the Great Weapon Master feat, and my total HP now is 45.
All right.
Hell
Ooh,
yeah.
I'm a beefy motherfucker. 45, dude. Let's.
You beefy meat cake.
Let me put
So
my-
since you're done leveling,
Okay.
Colt, I'll give you a little like RP here. So as you're standing there, Gillis, looking around this cave, finally having a moment to calm down, take a breather. You're actually now, and also kind of being more buzzed than drunk.
Yeah,
you're
definitely
kinda-
a lot more sober from that fight. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. From the stress, you've kind of sobered up. You take in your surroundings actually for the first time, and you notice this is a dragon cave. You can clearly see where like an adult dragon has laid. There's a large indent in the ground, but clearly there's none there. All you see is this little baby wormling, which a wormling is a pretty powerful dragon in itself. It's still a dragon, but I mean, clearly y'all could fucking kill it if you wanted to. I'm trying to like give you a power rating here, but there's no adult dragon. You just see this little one. And
So-
then even more peculiar, there's a whole fucking house in here.
Yeah. So
And- Oh no, go ahead. I don't want to.
So, right as a couple moments go by, and I kind of catch my breath, and I sort of take in what you just said. Internally, I come to the conclusion that the rest of what I perceive as the party stumbled upon Zinrot. And she was like the one birdie who didn't get to leave the nest and got left behind or something, and that's what this is. And so, but respecting the strength that she clearly has, I just sort of like get done sort of like stretching out, and I do look like I have a couple of like cuts that I've now mended enough for me to like, stop the bleeding. And I just sort of like, okay, guys, here's the thing. Thank you. I don't remember your name, but You paid my tabs, and for that, I'll give you my knight's honor. And that goes a long way, trust me. Anyways, thank you. I don't know what you guys are doing, and it seems that you stumbled upon this nest. And I just kind of nervously look over to Zinrot, and then look back at the rest of the party. I'm going to sit down against the wall over there, and become. And I just kind of start to make throw up noises. I kind of. It's like, oh, guys, this is really. Oh, not going to be good. I have 4 stomachs. And I kind of run towards the wall and kind of put like one arm up and start throwing up on the side of the wall.
As you're doing that, your assumption is still the same, but when you turn around, there's a wooden cabin just by the entrance of the cave that somebody's built and is clearly living in here.
Oh no, the cabin is near the deepest end of the cave.
Oh, okay. Well, still, you would notice it because it's a whole ass like wooden cabin inside this cave. It's a cave, and there's a whole wooden cabin in it.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I just wanted to, and like the cave itself, what you would also realize is like you're not standing on grass or dirt that was like outside of the cave. The entire inside of the cave, the ground itself has like converted into like white sand, and there's like little pockets of amethyst crystals growing around it.
Yeah, I'll
That's
say
cool.
that the amethysts are small, big enough for like a ring or a necklace. Though I will say, they seem to be growing, just kind of larger. I don't know if it's in relation of the growth spurt, growth in
Cool.
power, but
Cool.
the cave definitely seems to be growing some more amethysts. The biggest amethyst, though, you will notice is directly above Zinrot's nest of gold. So her nest is like a pile of gold she's like cradles in, and above that is the biggest amethyst. I'll say it's like a 10-carat amethyst. It's like in the center of the cave, but for the rest, they're actually growing a bit larger. There's something that would fit like on a nice size necklace now. But yeah, that's what you notice as you're throwing up.
Cool. I don't know if you guys are done leveling up, but I'll give someone else the floor if you are.
Sakira, actually, are you still throwing up, or
No, yeah, I'm throwing up, and that's how I end my scene.
Oh, I'll also say the bandit, or not the bandit captain, but the mercenary captain's still sleeping too, just for awareness.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, after I'm done throwing up, I'm going to start to like just wake up the guy and be like, when he starts to come to, I'll just kind of slap him on the cheeks a little bit.
What?
What
What the fuck?
Hey, listen. We killed a bunch of your guys, and a lot of them ran off. I'm just gonna let you go now. And if you don't, we're just gonna kill you, dude.
The whole time I'm imagining just the waft of puke smell coming from your mouth into this guy's nostrils.
Sure.
And he says, Lord, did you throw up or something?
Now on, get.
Yeah, he takes the surrounding and like he sees that large like beast of a man has been taken down, and you all look still decently good to fight. And he just kind of starts to like hightail it out of there.
When he looked at me, he just sees me ripping off the person's head, throwing up and catching it, and just crushing it in one snap before I looked at him.
And he just kind of like can't even produce a word as you see him trying to sneakily sprint away.
Can I throw my boomerang at him?
Yeah, and I'll just be like, now don't come back now, you hear?
Oh yeah, you can throw your boomerang at him.
You're gonna throw a boomerang at him?
Yeah.
You have a boomerang?
Does a dirty 20 hit?
Yeah, that hits.
Oh my Christ.
It's gonna deal 6 damage to him.
Great.
Oh my god.
But I
You're
wanted to
How do
like
you, how
as
do
it-
you kill him?
Are you serious?
When you slapped him, he didn't have much left.
Oh my god, dude. You're going to tie-cast me into
And I'm
tiger him.
sitting here looking at this motherfucker throwing a boomerang. I
Oh my
somehow killed him.
god.
So you
Yes.
see, like, as he takes off running, like out of nowhere, Sakura just pulls out this boomerang and chucks it. And the way that it flies at him, it just smacks him in the right side of the dome. And that was just like the killing blow. And
Oh yeah.
right after as that happens, Sakura is going to approach Gilus, and as she approaches you, you see this tiefling walking up to you. She pulls out her notebook and she rips out a page and she hands it to you and she says, "This one's about you. This one's about where you pissed me off and me and Zinrot decided to kill you and roast your body." And she points at the bottom of the page and she goes, "Look, I drew a picture. We're smiling." And she turns and walks away from you.
That was to Gillis.
Yeah.
That was the Gillis.
Dude, I'm so sorry. I wasn't even paying attention. That
Alright,
was so
so-
fucked up of me.
You're
I'm
good.
sorry.
To give like context as to why she's doing this, like she's not gonna let anybody go that recognizes her. But she walks up to you and rips out a page from her notebook and hands it to you, and it's a story where you made her mad, so her and Zinrot killed you, roasted your body, and at the bottom of the page she drew a picture of her and Zinrot just roasting your body, and she says, "Look, we're smiling," and then turns and walks away from you.
I just like hold this with my little beefy hands and just like read it, look back up at you, and then just like skim it again and look back at you as you like walk away. I'm like, and I'll just like kind of put it in my pack and just kind of sit there.
Well, so y'all are free to take a long rest. As of right now, the battle has been completed. You have
Hell yeah.
all felt a growth in your power after slaying such a mighty foe, and you have completed this quest that you need to return to the Adventurers Guild for. So what
Hell
are y'all
yeah.
all doing?
Before Zinrot passes out, like when everyone wakes up, the 2 bodies are just completely gone.
Yeah, I would say given your size, eating like 2 humans isn't out of the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll probably be dead for a couple weeks after that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Oh, not her.
Not her.
She eats a lot.
Acteza, after taking the long rest to start the morning, would begin preparing the familiar spell to summon Morgar. This would consume an hour of her morning, where she spends the time with the ingredients in sort of a bowl as they're engulfed in flame. At which point, after that's done, Morgar would be summoned, which would be a cat familiar that would be following her around.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
You see,
I will. Oh, go for it.
No, you go ahead, DM.
No, you go for it. I can wait till y'all are all done.
Oh, okay. Just Sakura would have spent her long rest kind of sitting in the corner, cross-legged with her grimoire in her lap, reading over it as you see her like moving her hand up and down her body, practicing something because she can now cast mage armor.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Mage armor's nice.
What's the main term look like?
Cool.
So it's like when she casts it, like you still like see her for her, but how you can tell that she's casting is like as she moves her hand up and down her body, it's like this like metallic purple light like scans up and down her body as she's moving her hand, and that's how you can tell that she's wearing her mage armor.
That's cool.
Cool. Almost like a force field.
I love this character so much. Like, I'm
Hell
in
yeah.
love with her.
And Gillis, what are you doing?
This is the morning.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, you can say what you did during your long rest or in the morning.
Okay, so I'll just to let things settle a little bit, I'll make the personal decision to like not really talk to the party until everyone's had enough time to sleep on it. So I will, out of respect, like if everyone's kind of sleeping in a sort of group, I'll sort of like be like 15 or 20 feet off, just like to respect, the distance.
Sure.
But as I wake up, I'm also I'm not like a stranger just sleeping in like, comfortable environments. However, I am not necessarily a fan. I'll wake up and just kind of start like in such like a princess sort of way, kind of like, my back, and to soothe the pain, I'll take, one or two big old shots of like whatever whiskey I have on my person. Just kind of start the day. And kind of look over to the rest of the group who seem to be kind of coming to as well. So I will perform my nightly duties by polishing and, cleaning up my armor and donning it, as well as, cleaning up my sword. I mean, not my sword, my hammer from the scuffs that it may have been blemished with from the fight prior, and then I'll join the rest of the people who are up and at 'em.
One thing that you have noticed is that you slept on sand and it's rough and coarse and it just gets everywhere.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, I prefer to sleep on sand rather than stone, but still, sand got in my fur and it's in my ears in a weird way that I don't like.
Okay, now, I'm actually gonna pull a little inspiration from Colton's campaign. Acteza and Zinrot, could y'all both describe me kind of what your subconscious, like, inner mind room looks like?
Oh fuck.
Kind of like, you know how Colton says like the tile and all that.
Like
Basically,
in Naruto,
your dream.
you know what I mean?
Basically, like your dreamscape, like your inner self. What are you seeing?
Yeah. What's your neutral dreamscape? Yeah.
It's basically exactly like Hokumondo.
Don't know what that is.
Yeah, don't know what that is.
Colton didn't
You
make
guys
it to
don't
that
watch
arc
Bleach?
in Bleach.
Oh, Bleach. Okay, I just forgot the name, but now I'm following you now. Okay.
Yeah, like where the Arrancar live.
It's basically eternal
Yeah.
darkness and a fucking thing of sand.
So all the sky is black and then the sand is white. So kind of like your cave.
And the moon is purple, and that's it.
Okay. What about you,
Interesting.
Acteza?
Actezas would be basically like one of them like temple sort of libraries where like they're just old, like there's that like nice like old book smell, and like
Sure.
it's just lined with shelves of books.
It's just like infinite rows or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's cool.
So as you both are sleeping during this long rest, you're both in each of your respective worlds, perusing books or walking, whatever it may be. But all of a sudden, this heavy fog rolls in, and this is happening to both of you. And you're both wandering aimlessly. You can't see anything around you. Before all of a sudden, you just hear a low growl, just. And then you both actually bump into each other. You're side by side. You both swear you aren't the real each other, but you can feel as if you're connected.
In their own respective worlds type way?
Basically, your dreams of you're both now connected in the same mindscape.
Sure.
Before a massive eye opens, lizard-like, and then with a huff, the mist disappears as a grand tower is before you, and a large wyvern-type snake is wrapped around it, staring directly at you. I will say, Zinrot, you know this as the god Sardior standing before you.
Is this is this the one that we talked about, or is this an unknown
This
one?
is your god.
Oh, perfect. She just, her tail kind of wags happily as she kind of does almost like a little prounce of happiness. And what was his name?
Sardior.
That's
Mom,
a cool name.
this is Sardior. Sardior, as she kind of starts running towards the tower.
I will say, Acteza, given just how much you've been studying with your backstory and everything, you are aware of the pantheons, and Sardior is actually, I would say you probably were interested in them just because this is a god of knowledge, and secret. So if anybody might have a knowledge about things in your backstory, this might be one you were researching somewhat.
Cool.
So you
Acteza
both
would follow as
stand
well.
before this god, and he just looks you up and down. And then he turns to Zinrot. My child, you have grown so much.
Yes. As she stomps her two new front legs into the ground as she has her wings spread up. I'm bigger. Yes.
That is good.
And this is
Keep
Mom.
growing and consuming essence.
Yes, I will. Consuming. I like consuming. I'll do that, as promised.
I'm sure you noticed the dragon imbued person that came to you.
Yes. She was bad. Smelled bad. Tastes good. Hurt Mom. Not okay.
He works for bad people, Zinrot. He is not, his kind are not to be trusted. I wish you to grow in power, but I'm afraid he could be the demise of you. However, he could also be your growth.
And I'll
Consume his essence, whether through his followers and eventually through him, and you will grow faster.
Yes, I'll do that. I'll make sure they hurt nobody. And I keep time, space, and knowledge safe. I can do that. And she kind of looks over to Mom. We can do that.
And you, Acteza, you have been protecting my child for quite some time. And for that I am gracious, so I will impart you some knowledge that you seek.
Oh?
The one you are trying to free is held captive by the one hurting Zinrot. Search for them and you will both find answers.
Acteza will nod her head.
But-
Interesting.
Do not seek this person willingly so soon. They are not far from a god. You must grow in strength.
Yes. And then I grow in strength, and then I fill in your shoes, right? Yeah?
Eventually, if you succeed, you will replace me in my godhood. My power wanes as they are actually consuming it.
And that's when she kind of, her wings get folded as her tail stops, and she just kind of sits there with her eyes kind of.
I hate to admit this as a god, but his power is not far from mine. And far long from now, he may consume my entire essence and ascend.
Him?
I'll eat him. I'll eat him before he does that. I promise.
I bet you will, my child. Go now, and I am on your side. As the mist just comes back, and you both go into a deep sleep again.
Hit her sleep.
Exposition. Wow. Who's him? Who's he?
Hmm?
Who's they?
I don't know.
Wow.
So, you all wake up and meet in the morning, as you've all said. Whether you woke up early or not, no matter, you all eventually come together as a group. Though Gillis is standing off to the side, somewhat over in a hangover, but having drank some more alcohol, the hangover slowly begins to pass. You all stand there. You have this new party member that you're not sure whether to take with you or not, and you have a quest to turn in. What are you all doing?
I'll say Zinrot is kind of following her mom with whatever she's doing, because there's now this familiar, and now she's nervous she might be replaced, and so she's just kind of following her mom.
Oh,
Oh, I would have assumed you've seen Wargar, maybe not in the cat form before, but because we've been together what, a few years.
Oh
now,
yeah,
right?
I guess that's fair. I thought you just got the spell. No,
No,
she's
no, no,
just,
no. This is a spell I've had the entire time. It just takes an hour to cast, so I haven't actively used it.
And then she's just sitting on her gold pile, gnawing on a femur bone, waiting for her mom to tell her what to go do
Oh my
next.
god, you're like looking out the bone marrow.
Yeah, no, like, she's
Love
got
it.
it like in the back end of her amethyst teeth and just gnawing the shit out of it.
hell yeah.
Like I said, I took the 2 shots of whiskey to start off the morning, and I headed on over.
Given your background, it wouldn't affect you too much.
Yeah, I usually wait till like mid-afternoon to really start hitting it harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would say you definitely are feeling a little buzz, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, you know, I just wanted to make sure everything's socially lubricated for whatever
Oh,
the
yeah.
hell is about to happen.
Sure.
Hate it.
After summoning Morgar would be kind of like curled up on my shoulder, and then I would collect the 10 bones to prove that we took out the boar, so that we could make our way back
Sure.
into the city. I would mention to Sakira, we might have you change garb a little bit to be less conspicuous in my cabin. Pick what you like.
She actually, like, she turns to you, she goes, "Thank you, but that's actually, there's no need." As she takes her hands and moves it around her body, and you see her hair change color, her clothes change color to a more like tannish appeal instead of the like dark clothing that she was wearing.
Cool.
She can cast disguise self at will without using any of her
Oh,
warlock.
I love that perk with Warlock. So you're just like, it's like custom like outfit maker basically.
Yeah, basically. So you just see her kind of transform from like the more like dark gothic Sakura to a more like Barbie looking like Sakura.
Sure.
She says, "How about this? It feels wrong, but do I look different?"
Definitely different. I wasn't necessarily saying you needed to go one extreme to another, but you know, whatever works for you.
So you use disguise self? Right.
Yeah, she can use disguise self at will.
Okay. Does that change your like figure too, like your skin and everything?
No, it could, but she's just using it in a way where it changes her outfit.
Okay. So the mark still stands right on the lower part of your neck.
I don't know what that means, but theoretically, yes.
You would, because how widespread slavery
Well, it
is.
says
Slaves are marked and branded with a magical kind of seal to whoever they own that kind of basically tells everybody that they are not like individuals and
Well,
they
so-
can be identified.
the spell says that you make yourself, including your clothing, armor, weapons, and other belongings on your person, look different until the spell ends.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
So wouldn't I be
You could
able
cover
to
it.
cover it? Yeah,
Yeah, you should
Yeah,
cover
you
it.
could cover it.
I
yeah.
didn't realize that was your intention. I'm sorry.
it is now.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I just wanted to remind you, and I'm fine with that. It brings up good context for Colton, though.
Yes, it
does,
does. Wait, so do you make that correction as I join the group because you realize I'm a newcomer or something? How do I catch it?
I would actually say, given your background, knights aren't uncommon, especially among like nobles, aren't uncommonly tasked to retrieve runaway slaves for nobles.
Oh, okay.
So your own order might have done that a few times, whether you
Okay.
liked it or not.
Sure, yeah, okay.
Could be why you have a drinking problem.
Can we say that she made the
We'll find
change
out.
before you came up, so it's like you're seeing a completely different person now?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Yeah, go for it.
And
Love the
like
music, by the way.
as you come up, you just see now this like Barbie looking tiefling turn and just like smile and wave at you.
Oh. I take one more shot, DM.
Go for it.
Yep. One more
I'd
shot
say
of whiskey.
make a con save at advantage.
Advantage. It's
You're
gonna
starting to feel a little bit.
Sure.
So does Zinrot see like everyone getting up and getting ready?
That's a
Yeah.
10.
You're basically in the middle, so you're in. As a dragon, you have enough neck that you could do a pretty good 180, not a 360 turn, but at least a 180 good kind of turn of view around the room, so you can see everybody kind of doing their things, getting ready.
Kind of gets up and goes over to her mom and goes, "Where are we going? Where are we going? Are we going to the city? Can I finally get to go to the city? Yeah."
You saved with the 10.
Okay.
Sweet.
I'm still feeling it, Mr. Krabs, at this
Oh
point.
yeah, but it's not going to debilitate you anyway.
Yeah.
Acteza would basically be rounding everybody up to head back in to turn in, especially after the encounter with the dragon god. She's even more interested in getting the approval to be able to access the books in the guild's library.
I will say the captain you killed is gone. His equipment is there, but the body is gone
Covered
by
in
the
blood.
morning.
Did Sinrod eat it?
Well, before we go, I know I'm kind of like in debt to your service, but like, what are we going to do? Like, what am I doing now with you guys?
You're a new friend. You play. You hang out with us. Yes. As she kind of like bobs her head up and down.
Oh God.
Sakura is gonna wander over to you, Zinrot, and like kind of pat you on the head.
Oh, she lowers her head and everything and just nudges you while you do that.
By the way, you can finally speak. I wouldn't say it's like full-on fluent common, but you can speak some.
Since it's still new to her, she'll still just do for
Yeah.
the mind.
Sure.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Don.
Acteza would kind of elaborate a little bit more. We are currently looking to become part of the guild to gain access, or I guess I should clarify, Zinrot and I are looking to gain access to the library to get additional knowledge for our goals with the dragon god and my father Olkoth. We met Sakura yesterday while we were at the guild house, who has, at least at the moment, decided to accompany us as we're completing these quests.
Make a religion check for me, yo paladin.
Oh, I sure will. Let's see here.
Just to see if you know these people.
5.
You're not really sure of who these people are. The names definitely sound like they. One of the names sounds like it belongs to a draconic pantheon, and the other sounds like it belongs to one of the ancient pantheons as well. But outside of that, you can't tell much.
Yeah, a lot of my knowledge is based around like the modern pantheon, so things
Yeah.
that go back too far, I never bothered learning.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, I think I'll just hang out with you guys for a while. I'm kind of doing a thing right now, and I think you guys will be able to, facilitate that. So, again, thanks for paying off my tabs, and I'm gonna have another shot. Anybody? I start pouring my shot, and I'll stop
Okay.
there for the rest of the morning until later afternoon rolls around.
Okay, do me a con save, just straight, just to see if it affects you a little bit.
Zinron's gonna look at Acteza and go, Can I come in? Can I come with you into town finally? Can I come? Can I come, please?
9.
I'd say you have disadvantage on like ability checks containing to charisma and intelligence.
DM,
Continue.
I'm trying to remember when we described the city of Amon. How well would it be accommodating a worm?
So a little world building stuff, because you all have decent common knowledge. Dragons are one of the primordial magic beings, and they're seen as like the icon of just pure raw power.
Sure.
Like
Magic
when a level
incarnate.
like a level 20 wizard would be on a level of like that magical raw power that a dragon just innately gets.
Sure.
That like that they're seen as like very ancient, wise, and noble like creatures that are far above any other magical creatures, and they basically can change like the weather and the continent as it is, especially like an elder dragon. As for like wormlings, it would be surprising. Like everybody would be against it because again it's a dragon and it's seen as like a great threat. Even a baby can grow into one. Because even a baby holds great power, as you all have seen at firsthand. But with enough convincing,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I guess I probably should have narrowed it down to what I was.
Sure.
I'm talking more like space, like her size going into buildings down the street.
Oh
those
yeah,
types of things.
this is like one of the this is one of the capitals of the world. Yeah, the buildings are nice and large. Like this is a well off capital. There's plenty of space. Like an alleyway might be tough, but the main streets and the main shop buildings, everything she could fit.
Like there might be some mom and pop shops that are too small for
Yeah,
her.
yeah, like some private homes and like more downtrodden, less economic houses. Yeah, but for the most part, she could fit into most places.
Gotcha. Okay, with that knowledge, Acteza would relent, not necessarily because she wants Zinrot to come into the city, but more because with the added information that Zinrot is being actively hunted, she would prefer being in the same area at all times for the foreseeable future.
I can blend in if you want. I can blend in, and as she says that, the underneath her wings, the galaxy starts to show, as she uses alter self, and she transforms into about a 12-year-old, 5'1", blonde with lots of freckles and bright blue eyes, like
Some Raya
Well,
shit.
yeah. But the only thing that's off-putting is like all of her teeth look like white teeth, but they all look like dragon teeth when she smiles.
Oh yeah, for sure, sharper looking.
Yeah, like that's the one thing she's had a hard time altering. But now she looks like a 12-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Good spell, good idea.
Technically, I don't think alter self works specifically like that, but whatever. That's fine.
You transform your appearance. You decide what you look like, including your height, weight, facial features, sound of your voice, hair length, colorization, and distinct
Really?
characteristics.
Oh, I thought it was more like. I didn't realize it was also appearance. I thought it was just like physical features, like gills or claws, and
Yeah,
or
like
things
it
that.
says at the very top you assume a different form, so you could assume a human form.
Sure. I mean, yeah, it made sense. Dragons have a human form.
Yeah.
She hasn't gotten that ability yet, but she has the spell to help.
Yeah, yeah. She thought pretty well. She picked up that spell, and I was like, well, shit, that covers it.
And she'll just stand right next to Acteza very happily.
How far out of town are we?
Y'all are actually a good 10 to 20 miles out of town.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Here's the world map I have so far if you want to look at kind of what's going on. I have Amon is the large circle, of course, with the name, and your cave is probably more over like here,
Okay.
where
okay.
I'm
Oh,
highlighting this box.
Evan, I love this map, dude.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
cool.
not fully done with it, but I have a lot.
Oh,
done.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Damn!
My love, hurry, quick. Come here.
That's amazing, dude.
This is
I gotta
Evan's
do
world
this.
map he just made.
I don't have much like actual world building done for past this area, but I have this area kind of done.
It's so fucking cool, dude.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so this is what the entire world looks like. So imagine this, but circular.
That's fair.
Wow.
But yeah, y'all. So this is the great city of Amon, and just given your background, just to catch Colton up, it is one of the largest trade ports in the city.
Sure.
Of spices, gems, couple of magic items here or there, and slaves. But I would
Gotcha.
say your cave probably sits at one of the greater peaks. This one I've highlighted here next to the I forgot what I named this for. Surholm channel. And I would say you have a small path that over the years you and Acteza has made leading up to this bridge here. So y'all are about 20 miles out from the capital. I wouldn't say even on foot it wouldn't take you all day. It would take just a couple of hours.
Gotcha.
Okay.
If we don't already, I want this to be a thing that we work towards. I want a dock with a raft or a boat
You're
to
muted, or
travel.
at least I
the-
didn't hear you there.
You got me?
Oh, I hear you now.
Okay. If we don't already have it, I want to make a dock with a fucking raft or boat to use the channel to make the trip to Amon. So if we don't already have it, based off of how long we've been living in the cave, that is something that I want to be working towards for the future.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh yes.
And to help save on how much you have to make Zinrot, I mean, I would say you're a decent swimmer. I know, like fucking speedy monster, but at least like 30 feet speed, you could keep up with a raft.
Oh hell yeah.
Just given you're an animal, or you can fly. What the fuck am I saying? You got like a 60-foot fly speed.
Swim or fly, it works either way.
I'm like, oh wait, you're a fucking dragon. Anyways, yeah, I would say just given the time, the amount of years you've been here, it's not out of the picture. You've made some kind of like ramshackle, like Breath of the Wild kind of like log raft with maybe like a little sail on it, or even just a rudder or something.
Sure.
Nothing crazy, but seaworthy-ish, or at least river-worthy.
Cool.
So yeah, as you all are exiting the cave, Acteza points you to this little river raft they have made, and this will actually cut down your travel time in half. So instead of it taking like 5 hours, it only takes you like 2.5 hours to meet to the bridge. And I'd say at the bridge, there's already a little dock because other people like to go fishing and things. And that's usually where you kind of tie it off. And actually, given that you've transformed, and I know you wasted a spell slot to do that, you can all fit on it. It's a little cramped, but large enough you can all kind of fit on it.
Okay.
And you all are
Cool.
floating down the river, going through a pretty nice scenic route. It's not like a white water rapid. It's at least not in this area. You've scoped it out, and it's a pretty nice, breezy summer day. As you all are floating down the river, you see some fishes swimming past you left and right, until you finally make it down towards the sea channel where the bridge is made. And at this point, you see the ocean open up past this bridge, or like at least where the river starts to open up towards like a sea, then leading into the ocean. As you all come to dock at this bridge, you pass by plenty of carriages pulling in supplies, merchants pulling their wares into the city, as y'all arrive at the front gate of Amman.
The music is perfectly timed there.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
actually.
As you come up to the gate, it is a well-established city. You can see the ballistas, the battlements. The wall easily stands 50 feet or higher in places. There's guards patrolling, not too many though. It's definitely, you get the air of it's a peaceful time right now. There's not too many guards patrolling, but there are a scattered amount you can see roaming the top of the walls. At the gate, which is a large gate, enough to fit like 2 mobile homes side by side through it, because they're accommodating a lot of merchant and traffic through it. You see 2 guards stopping people, especially merchants, to make sure they have permits or just seeing what wares they have, checking it out, of course, making sure everything's safe. And one of them will stop the party as y'all come along. Halt! State your business, please.
DM, is this the city I was knighting out of, or is this a different one?
No. So for
Good.
you, the city you actually came from is Ekron. That is where your knighthold is.
Okay.
When the guard asks that, Zinrot will like kind of like smile up to him with her sharp like her teeth and be like, "We're here to eat lots of food, lots of yummy food."
Well, there's plenty of that here. You all look like fine folk, and hell, there's even a knight with you. Please, enjoy yourselves.
I give a respectful knightly bow of the head.
He gives
Oh,
one
did you
back.
end up changing to come with us? I thought you were staying in the cave.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I just assumed I was going with y'all.
Oh, works either way. I thought you were.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you
is
took
the
the
whole
shot to
party
stay
not
there.
coming?
Oh no, I
Yeah,
must
everybody's
have
here.
misinterpreted something you said. I thought you said I'll stay out of this, and then you took like the shot or whatever and stayed in the cave.
Oh no, it was just I was just trying to kind of make a joke out of whatever moment was going on. I was coming along. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. So, just to kind of speed it up, there's plenty of, like, you pass by a couple of inns, some shops, restaurants, that kind of stuff, before eventually making it more towards the center of town. And for Colton and everybody else, if you forgot, in world stuff, there is an actual map I have of Amman that also made in that same app. Well, I didn't make it, I kind of borrowed it. But it fits basically the look.
Sure. Okay.
So more towards the center, not in the hold area, but kind of towards the front of the castle keep by the cathedral, you find the Lunar Palms Adventurers Guild.
Cool. Lunar Palms?
Yeah, Lunar Palms.
That's a cool name.
On the front of it, you see like kind of like a monk palm straight up as in a fist like punched into it, with a crescent moon in between.
Cool.
And you swing the doors open, and this is a pretty sizable establishment. I mean, like, you know, an inn is pretty large. I would say this is almost twice the size of an inn. It is a very, like, well-performing adventurers guild. It's well-funded, you can clearly see. As you enter, it has like the basic bar. It has a bar with a bartender. There's tavern girls taking mugs of mead and all kinds of alcohol, as well as plenty of dishes around to fellow adventurers. You see plenty of adventurers sitting at tables, and I will say that each of them wear a necklace, and this is actually show their adventure rank. Most of them, you see a lot of bronzes, which is the lowest tier of adventurers, but you see some silvers, and actually on the top rafters you see 2 golds, but that's all you see in this bar. So the majority is really just bronze adventurers, which I would say is like
Cool.
level 2 to level 1 adventurers. Now you all
Okay.
come in, and to get an idea, you're coming on this red carpet which leads right up to a receptionist desk made of nice like mahogany wood with a marble top finish, and there's paperwork lined out for like new adventures with fees and rules. But to the right of that, maybe 10 feet over, behind some wooden pillars holding up the second floor balcony, is where the like cafeteria is, basically like the inn part of it is. There's the rooms adorning the wall, as well as a staircase leading up to the second floor where there's more like suite rooms, a little more pricey. But you see all the adventurers sitting there, mainly just conversing and eating food as y'all approach the desk, and you actually find the lady sitting at the receptionist sitting at the guild hall, and she greets you all. Well, how are y'all doing?
Just looking
I just-
to
Sorry. Go for it.
just looking to complete our quests so that we may access the text.
Okay, I'll go ahead and assume you put up the board, tusks or bones, as well as the quest paper that you filled out. And she says, "Oh, okay. Well, looks like we have 1, 2. Ooh, looks like you killed some sizable boars. Okay." Okay, well, looks like you have all 10 of the required items here, so I will mark that a quest complete. Now, as you all are aware, now that you've completed this quest, you are all official guild members. And she puts out, she counts out 1, 2.
Do I
Looks
get
like
roped
there's-
into this?
Huh?
Do I get roped into this?
Yeah, I mean, you're
Fuck
standing
yeah.
with the party.
Fuck yeah, I do. That's
Yeah, she
just what
does.
I need.
She doesn't like. She sees so many people, and this is the one that y'all originally met. It seems like she pretty much works here every day. She sees so many people that she just assumed he was there with you.
And I'd say like my blonde hair just barely makes it over the edge of the counter.
Yeah, she's kind of surprised to see there's like a teenager in the party, but she assumes she's probably a very gifted magical person, or maybe like an up and coming cleric. Well, let's see. There seems to be 5 of you here. 2 tieflings, a young girl, and the 2 lads. And she'll kind of turn around and rustle in the shells, and she pulls out 5 necklaces, each of them with bronze, the bronze like metal in it. And I will say, it's kind of imagine a dog tag, a little bit slimmer in width though, and it's on each side. It's the chains connect to it. You know how a dog tag hangs? Instead of that, it's turned sideways. If you've seen the anime Overlord, it's kind of like their adventuring chains, how they look. It doesn't have your names on
Okay.
it by any means, but
Cool.
she hands you all those. Now those there are your membership chains. They're all magically attuned, so they can be identified that it's a genuine chain. Don't worry, we've had many people come in here trying to act like they're gold adventurers, and as soon as we find out they're fake, we just destroy the chains on the spot. I mean, people have a death wish or something, I tell you. But anyways, they're magically attuned so they can be identified that you actually are genuine guild members. Is there anything else I can help y'all with today?
Can you direct me to the text on the old gods?
Old gods? Let me look. And she kind of pulls out a big tome, and it's kind of like a policy book from what you can tell. As she opens it, you read the first page it's looking at, and it's just kind of like rules and regulations, because it seems like a very bureaucratic guild how this system has been made at this point. It's not
what
like the old.
information is available to who?
Yeah, and it's like the old days, basically.
Oh,
It's not
fuck
like
me.
the old days where adventurers just went out there and found the adventure on themselves. A lot of people submit their wants and quests to the guild now. And she's flipping through the book. Well, I'm sorry, honey. It looks like you need to be at least a gold rank to get access to that kind of
We
information.
don't have the clearance.
I'm sorry, but so it looks like with bronze rank you have access to basic information on most monsters you'd be fighting at the time, as well as bandit habits. But as for god information, well, I mean, you can find that maybe at a local church. But old gods, that sounds pretty old. I don't know if there's any churches that
That
hold
sounds
that
pretty
kind of knowledge.
old.
Yeah. She's like, well, that old gods has old in the name, so that sounds pretty ancient. I don't know if there's any churches that hold records of them. But it looks like you have like a knight with you. Maybe he could help you, but I don't know. Sorry.
Do you have a
Zinrot,
copy?
what kind of what? Okay.
Do you have a copy of these guidelines so that I don't waste my time coming up here to figure out that I can't access the shit I came here for?
I don't have a copy, but let me write it down. So she basically writes down how it works. Bronze ranks can only take on bronze quests. Silver ranks only silver, and so on, like gold, platinum, adamantine, and that's where it stops. Is adamantine. That's the highest rank.
And it includes how to rank up and all that jazz too.
For the most part, yeah. At the lower ranks, it says you have to complete so many missions. It looks like from bronze to silver, it looks like 3 quests. Then silver to gold, and it depends on the challenge. And you start to notice that silver to gold, it's either 5 to 7 quests, or less, depending on the guild.
Depending on the level of threat.
What rank
Yeah,
it is.
like, yeah, basically it also depends on your aptitude. If you have aptitude and it's like a dire need, and it's basically if you go on the quest and the quest was a lot harder than it was supposed to be, and you can prove that, then it could count for a lot more.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
So like Zinrot's watching her like say this and write down, and she goes, so like if like my mom tames a dragon, would that help her advance up like a feat like that?
She's like, oh, children are lovely. Of course, if you are all able to take down a dragon, let alone tame it, you would all shoot up to at least platinum rank.
Oh, really? Like you promise? You promise?
Well, yes, sweetie, but adult dragons are hard to take down.
And like as she giggles, her like body it kind of like unfolds as she transforms into her form, and she just sits next to
Great heavens!
Acteza. This one tamed me.
Oh my god, get the fuck out of here!
Acteza's standing to the side, just going,
heavens! So she's like, so I will say she got all the information down. I'll just finish that up. And it says basically to access advanced information on monsters, as well as any acquired information the guilds have on like pantheons and deities, and even like whereabouts of some of their like worshipping locations outside of cities, like old places. You have to be gold rank. And actually, she even put on there's like a winky face because y'all have been like nice and y'all seem to actually do more than the job required, she actually puts on there that the capital of the Adventurers Guild Association is in Ekron,
Oh my god.
and that's the best place that you would find that.
No!
Yes.
And she gives you this paper, Acteza, before this happens, and now she's like, "What the?" And she like falls down, like scared, and starts hiding under the desk. As a lot of the adventurers, with the commotion and just the sound of the boards creaking, with a wormling appearing, are now drawing their swords, and there's like at least a good 40 people in here.
She just sits down next to Acteza with her tail wagging like a fucking tame dog.
Yeah, they're not rushing you to attack, but they're and they're just kind of like, what the fuck is going on, and why is that dragon just kind of sitting there like a dog? What do you all do?
Acteza
Everybody's looking
immediately-
at you for answers.
Acteza was already kind of like massaging her temple and like shaking her head as soon as it happened. And she looks back at Zinrot. This wasn't the right time.
Her
We
head
just
kinda
found
goes
out
down.
we're actively being hunted. So, Popang, like, this isn't exactly ideal. So
Yeah.
maybe,
This isn't exactly ideal.
so maybe we should go back to our other form. Now, this was all quiet enough that, aside from maybe the lady at the counter, no one else would hear.
Sure.
Yeah. They
She
can
transforms.
see you conversing though. I will say, at least if you're whispering, they at least see you getting up right next to this dragon, and it's not trying to attack you. So they all are they're not sitting down, but they're lowering their guards and like almost to the point they're putting their weapons up because nothing's happening.
She transforms back with her head down.
Yeah, at this point they're so confused they just sheath their weapons, and undo their spells, and they're still standing there like, what the fuck is happening, and just waiting for some answer or something to help them. Like when you see a miracle, just something to help them understand how this works in the rules they know the world to be.
Perfect.
And the
That's exactly what I
guild
was going
lady
for.
just kind of peers her head over the top, like shaking like a panic attack, and just like, so the little girl's a dragon wormling?
I'm still coming to terms with it myself. I'm sort of in debt to them, so. Moo.
Sakura kind of like waves her hands.
No.
Sakura like kind of like waves her hands in the air. She goes, "It was an illusion."
She kind of looks up at Sakura in her head. No, we're gonna get promoted.
I would
like,
say
puts her
roll
fingers
deception,
through.
but there's so many damn people
Yeah,
that it's just
those-
not gonna work.
No
So
way.
many damn people saw that you couldn't even deceive.
You're like the guy putting a blanket over a house fire.
Yeah, she just ignores that your presence is even there when you say that, and it's just like, so it seems tame. So, Acteza, right? I'm just gonna assume this is your familiar.
She kind of like points at the cat that's sitting on her shoulder.
Okay.
No, now's not the time to point out your actual familiar.
Okay, so y'all are you just have a pet dragon.
Just for transparency, this is not my pet dragon. I just met these people.
Yeah, she's just gonna take it that it's Acteza's. Like it seems like she's the one dealing with it.
Acteza
So.
would be, yeah, he's really just the bodyguard.
Okay, yeah.
Who the cow? Who's the bodyguard?
The
cow.
Yeah.
Oh, Okay, so okay.
To be honest, Acteza, with how quickly she had Zinrot transform back, is hoping that everybody's believing the opposite, that Zinrot transformed into a dragon, but is actually a human.
As a prank? Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Like it kind of came
Okay,
full
you
circle.
know what? I didn't even think of that way. Roll. You know what? I'll let you roll deception at advantage, because that honestly was a great fucking way to say that.
Yeah, I should get down with that. Yeah, it just like
22 at
comes full
advantage.
circle.
Okay,
Oh
yeah,
shit,
and it's
okay.
a group deception, so everybody's like, God, you know, I think we've been going on too many quests. Like, basically, that's what everybody's kind of saying from the murmurs you can hear is like they should lay off the alcohol and they should take maybe a week break from the questing right now.
Sure.
And the tavern leader definitely takes a sigh, like a great breath of relief. Well, she is a very talented mage for sure, because that was a very convincing illusion. Whew. Well, anyways, that man, whew, that took
to
a
be
weight off my
honest-
soldier.
Yeah, to be honest, it's so convincing that you can almost imagine how you could see it eating an entire human body.
Honestly, I have to agree with you. It like even the teeth looks so realistic. It even sounded like one. That had to be a high spell. Great work, little ass. Anyways, I hope that information. Anyways, I hope that information helps. But and at this moment, the reason she stops is because you hear a door open, and to her it's a very familiar door because there's a certain squeak to it when it opens, and you just hear some footsteps come from the second story out of some double doors. What the hell's going on out here? And you see a dark elf just looking, or actually a high elf looking down at everybody. And it clearly looks very like they're wearing nice robes. From what you can tell, this looks like the guild leader of the establishment.
Okay.
Everybody just looks at him, looks at the party, and are just some of them even point at you. Really? So we have some troublemakers, do we? Well, I'd like to see them in my office.
Oh shit, we got sent to the principal's office on the first day of school?
Basically. The guild lady looks at you all and just kind of ushers you up, like she'll just take you up there. Do y'all all follow?
Yeah, dude. I'm a knight. Of course I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not trying to get kicked out of the guild on the first day.
Yeah. Zinrot follows behind Acteza very quietly with her head down and her hands behind her back.
Oh.
I will say though, like after my fourth shot, my first couple of steps are swayed in front of each other until I find my equilibrium and can walk normal.
Okay.
Sakira's walk up. I'm sorry. Sakira's gonna walk up next to Zinrot and reach down and grab one of her hands.
Aww.
Her head kind of comes up as she like kind of smiles. You can see that her eyes are kind of tearing up as she just holds onto your hand.
Wait, so do you just go back into your thing?
Yeah, she turned back into the kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So as you all enter through these double doors, they're a nice like mahogany again. Definitely a mahogany kind of place. These people look uppity, or at least they're not like stick up their ass uppity. They have some money is basically what I'm saying. And it has some metal adornment on it to kind of reinforce the door. As you all enter, the receptionist closed the door behind you all, and she's in the room too, just for clarity. As you all are the guildmaster's sitting in a nice like large office chair as he's just sitting at his desk. The room looks nice. He has across the wall bookshelves adorning with scrolls and even some items like not super magical, but magical enough like you see a floating hourglass that turns every time the sand reaches the bottom,
Sure.
and it's counting the hour basically. And
It's one of those things with the marbles things that like go back and forth.
basically, yeah, and it's just it sounds like a clock basically.
Sure.
As you all come in, there's enough seating for you all to sit down. Maybe one of you has to stand behind the group, but for the most part, there's enough seating for you all. As you are now seated in front of this man's desk, and I will say it's a male high elf you see. He's wearing nice, adorned, not so nice like royal silks and things, but pretty nice above commoner clothes. He's wearing a necklace with the guild symbol on it, and in the corner behind him you can see a hammer just kind of propped up against the window. He puts his elbows on the table and kind of crosses them, and he's like, well, I don't know all your backstories or anything or what the issues are, but please refrain from disturbing our nice atmosphere here.
Zinrot kind of just slides like behind Acteza and Sakira.
And out of respect, because of my newness, I'm just going to like look to the rest of the group, mostly to Acteva, or how do you say her name?
Acteza.
Acteza, sorry.
Well, you all look like brand new adventurers. I see you freshly got your bronze necklaces.
Indeed. We're very excited to raise amongst the ranks, and you know, why is it that you asked us to come in here again?
Well, the reason I had you come up here is just to clear up the fog, or not the fog, clear the smoke. I don't know what was happening downstairs, and I'm not a man to get quick to anger. So I just wanted to make sure you aren't causing trouble for our establishment. Also, I do like to meet new adventurers from time to time. I remember when I was younger and had that glistening look in my eye, ready to take on the world. So, welcome to the guild. You all look like you're fine folk. I'm sure you didn't mean no harm. Especially you, young lass.
He hides more.
Now, I can tell when there's a dragon in my midst, especially when it transforms right in front of my eyes. But
She
don't
has-
worry, I'm not telling anybody.
It's an illusion.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. He's like at least a level 10 adventurer.
We appreciate that, especially since guild members wouldn't be the only ones hunting us.
Yes, I would honestly refrain from showing off the dragon right now. I assume you're all starting out, and I don't mean to underestimate your abilities, but plenty of people see dragon scales and the like very valuable. Even though they're hard to take down, a wormling's a different ball game. But I'm past my prime, and those things are not something I care about anyways. I'm glad to see that y'all are taking care of one such young and immature as this. Now, and he kind of looks at his bard maid. Did they even finish making their name? And she's like, excuse me? Are you their party name? What is your name for your party?
Oh shoot. I looked over. I'm like,
Yeah, it's time. What's the name?
guys, I'm totally okay if you want to come up with the name and not my input, because I just, I basically just had a sleepover and I just barely met you guys. So, But I do like the bullhorns.
I love that. I'm not gonna input, but input.
Yeah, basically.
I am the mascot.
No.
What about something nice, like rotting flowers?
That kind of seems weird because I'm sure we're going to end up killing a lot of things. You know
Bloody
what I mean?
flowers.
It's not the weirdest guild. It's not the weirdest party name I've ever seen. Trust me.
Yeah, hopefully we don't have to add numbers to it to make it, usable.
No, but you can add numbers.
Does anyone else want to throw a name on the pile? Don, do you got
Yeah.
something?
I am unprepared. I'm trying to do research as quickly as possible.
To help out, I mean, mascot-wise, you have a dragon, you have a minotaur.
She kind of says, says in a still very like unconfident and kind of shy voice. What about the shattered shards?
That's kind of a cool name. That's kind of
Like-
cool.
She kind of like kicks the floorboard, kind of shyly.
Sure. Okay, Don, you're the last one to throw the name on a pile, and then I think we should all vote.
Well, while I don't necessarily like rotting flowers, flowers is a great concept. Azaleas is the mind-altering honey. It's a beautiful pink flower that has mind-altering capabilities when consumed.
Interesting.
Azaleas?
Azaleas?
I'll drop the name. I'm literally like.
Okay.
Okay, so what? So we got
That was up to y'all.
Azaleas. We got Azaleas. We got what was it? Bloody flowers. What was it?
I will say it doesn't have to be decided right at this moment because I know we are.
No. I totally think we should decide right now.
Okay.
I want to cast my vote for Shattered Shards. I like that one.
I like Shattered Shards. I was hoping y'all'd go something draconic, but I do like Shattered Shards. But again, I'm the DM. It doesn't matter. So.
Wow. I do like the background of the Azaleas name, but Shattered Shards also has a ring to it, and I think that's my vote.
So that's 3 for Shattered Shards. I think that's the majority rule then.
that's the
Yeah, I was just
majority.
throwing out another option. It was one of those, to be
Oh,
honest.
you're good.
I don't know if we'd had enough RP between everybody yet to kind of like have a better vibe for
Right.
what works, especially since we're missing one. But
The Shattered Shards, huh? I
That's pretty
like
cool.
that name. It sounds like the beginning of something great.
Be like,
And he'll write on your initiation form, which basically is your paperwork, and just stamp it.
Sure.
she kind of has her head kind of comes up as she like sniffles and kind of smiles.
Well, you all look promising and like some go-getters. Please be safe out there.
Of course. And I give him I stand up from my seating position and give him a deeper bow than just of the head, more at the waist. And kind of like stand to attention and sort of start to, relieve myself of the room.
Sure.
Sakura,
And yeah, the last will open the doors for y'all to make your way downstairs.
as everybody leaves, Sakura wants to walk up to him and rip a page out of her notebook, hand it over to him, and she says, "Don't worry, you're the hero in this one." And turns and follows everybody out the door.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
You see him just open a drawer and just kind of put it in. Like he reads it, he peruses it. He opens a drawer with like a bunch of other papers and just kind of closes it. You're welcome to make a perception check if you'd like, but that's all.
My perception is bullshit. Yeah, that's a 7, my dude.
You can't tell what's on the papers or anything, but from some of the other items, it looks like this is just the drawer he puts all the crazy shit he gets from other parties in.
Yeah, I kind of figured that's what it like. It's gonna. He
Yeah.
read it. Like I appreciate he took the time. Like she appreciates he took the time to read it, but she knows it's going in that drawer to die.
Right.
But she also wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
Like you'd have to have something significant, otherwise it's going on the fridge.
He's stupid. He's so stupid.
We're gonna put this right here.
Right up on the window. Anyways, so as you all leave the office, the last closes the door and she kind of like straightens herself out. Well, that was quite the time. I honestly thought y'all would get kicked out, but he is pretty nice. So, anyways, would y'all like to go ahead and accept one of the quests available to bronze rank, or you're free to do your own thing?
It's an illusion.
Well, I mean, I think the only way forward is to go up the ranks, of course, so we should go for another quest.
Okay. So she'll, by this point, she's kind of gotten back to the reception desk, which is also where the quest board is. It's behind her, and there's all kinds of quests and deals just kind of pinned to the wall. And she turns around and peruses. We're always kind of short on bronze level quests since we have so many of you. But it looks like there's 3 here. And she takes out 3 papers. So the first one here looks like you're going to be clearing out some goblins that have been terrorizing a local town nearby. The second one here looks like you're going to be helping out collecting some herbs and, well, not really collecting herbs. It looks like you're going to be protecting some kind of researcher from bandits as he collects research material. It looks like herbs. Usually these are herb quests, but you just got to guard a dude. And then the last one here, let's see. Well, it looks mainly like a group of bandits and bugbears have like been terrorizing a farm nearby, taking their local crops. That one is also available. It looks like the reward for each is about the same of 70 gold.
We should go for the bandits and bugbear.
Is there any order of priority between these 3 quests?
Yeah, there you go. That's a good question.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, they all were kind of submitted around the same time. Of course, we want somebody to take up these quests, but I mean, it's at your leisure. You don't have to take up a quest, but we would like you to do so. You are an adventurer. But I also should mention you can pick up a couple quests at a time if you were really willing.
Are they like essentially in the same area?
Well, this one looks like it's. Let me think here. This one looks like it's. This one looks like it's east of town, while the other 2 look like they're towards the northwest.
What are the 2 that are like in the same direction?
So there's the I'm trying to think. It's the bugbear and bandit one is towards the northwest, as well as the goblin.
I don't want to speak for the group, but I think we should accept these 2 quests.
Do we get to kill things on these quests? As she like grips her grimoire.
And you just hear yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to help the town, so either through capturing them or killing, it's really dead or alive.
DM, I have a meta question.
Sure.
So with this whole questing thing that you have, is it possible for another adventuring group to be on the same quest, or once you picked it up, that's it?
No, usually once it's been picked up, that's it.
Oh,
Unless,
okay.
but yeah, I will say unless it takes too long. I would say after like if it's been almost half a week and there's been no word on the progress, or even the town submits another like says like, hey, are we getting anybody? Then they'll send out another group.
Yeah, you know the
Because
guys that you
Because
first
y'all
sent,
could
they
pick it
died.
up and then never go, or y'all could pick it up and die. So
Sure.
We need more men out here.
Yeah, I think we should pick up these 2 quests if you ask for my opinion.
I'm good with quests. I like quests. They sound like fun.
sure, that's totally fine. You pick up those 2 for sure.
What's the reward on those puppies?
So like I said, but each of them are worth 70 gold. Or
Nice.
all 3 of them are worth 70 gold each. So picking up 2, you could get combined. And any loot you find is of course yours. You can actually sell it here. We have our own blacksmith as well as our own wizard here. So any like magical things you find you can sell, or any gear you need, like he can help you with, that kind of thing. We also run some deals with some of the local magic shops in the area. I mean, like not a discount, not at least not at bronze. You don't get discounts, sorry. But yeah, I mean, we have associates that if you need help, and if you need to sell equipment, we'll even take basic like non-magical armor. You can sell it here, keep it.
Perfect. What was the name of this adventure deal? It is Lunar
Palms.
Lunar Palms. Yep. Okay. Wow.
And like Lunar Palms is this one adventuring guild for Amon, but the you can see that like this is Lunar Palms in association with Mercy's Adventuring Association.
Gotcha. So it's
and
like
basically that tells you that's the parent, like
yeah, the parent company. Yeah,
that's the big wig.
Sure. They're the people really taking on the world-ending shit.
Yeah, they're the one that basically is owning all the adventurers guilds that are out there.
Sure. So where exactly are we at right now? Did we just accept these 2 quests and then what? We just here?
So I'm gonna go ahead and assume y'all accepted these quests. I don't think Acteza said anything, but assuming that's pretty much.
Yeah, I it was one of those I didn't necessarily describe, but Acteza would have kind of looked back to the group to see what they preferred, and based off of the feedback, would have nodded her head, waiting to be handed the quest scripts or scrolls.
Okay, and now that y'all have said you accept the quest, that's basically as much as writing your signature on it. And now she, and it's at this point, she kind of unfolds the quest more, and she's like, okay, so as for the details provided by the submission, it looks like you need to go to Murfield. Or at least for the town that's under attack by raiding goblins. You need to go to Murfield. It's one of the local towns kind of towards really it's more towards the southwest. Correction, I'm sorry. It's more towards the southwest. And then it looks like some local farms near Murfield have been attacked more toward the northwest. And that's where the bugbear and bandits are.
I pull out a notepad and start writing this down.
Yeah, and actually, she'll hand you all a world map. That's kind of like a nice perk of being in the Avengers Guild. She'll hand you just a world map.
Sure.
So that y'all can easily follow.
Okay.
We are generous here at the Adventurers Guild. We do want to see you succeed.
Well, thank you. If you don't mind, everybody, I'm going to be the official map guy.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'm the map guy. I take the map and I roll it up.
like
On
it.
the
As
map,
long as
on the
everybody
map,
else is
on
cool
the
with it.
Exactly.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else I can help y'all with, I hope y'all have a great time adventuring.
I just give a bow and I'm head.
Zinrot will wave before she follows closely behind Acteza.
Okay. So how are we feeling on time? I mean, this is a decent stopping point for me, but I'm also fine if y'all want to do a little shopping, y'all can.
I'll have to get off here soon, but if you guys want to keep going, you can.
I gotta walk my puppers.
I was gonna say that this seems like a pretty good stopping point to me
Yeah.
as well. So
All right. So the Shattered Shards has finally been named as our adventuring group has accepted 2 more quests.
What a name.
As the party steps out onto the gracious sunny day outside the Adventuring Guild, that is where we will end the session.
Wow.
Cool beans.